Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth, the truth. Telling you, yeah, the truth, the truth. You have to go back to the roots, the roots. Go to the roots, to the roots. Yeah, man, you know, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, you know, no matter how them try run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
Subscribe now.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream. The shadows of that time are cast beneath the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afridamus Report. I'm your host, Afridamus. I want to welcome all of you to another edition of the Afridamus Report. As you can see, is debate news. So we have a great conversation that I'm going to be breaking down here. So I want to welcome all of you to it. And if you haven't already hit the like as you are coming in, please make sure you do that. That's all I'm asking. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we have another beautiful conversation from the Zanu project. So we have a man named Dave Anderson. So I did a video here the last time where I reviewed it, and Dave Anderson, you know, if you guys haven't seen it, it's one of the shows where, you know, they were talking about FBA not having a culture. And I think that was his first time seeing Zanu. So the guy freaked out. He's like, who is this guy? You know, how dare he says this? I want to meet him. So now it looks like he finally met Zanu. And, you know, shout out to Dave Anderson. You see, that's someone who you can say is genuine, because when he saw what the man said, he wanted to meet him and have a conversation, and he followed through. So unlike the FBA leader, that's how you know he's a scammer, because he's not going to meet real people to have conversation. So shout out to Dave. And, you know, Dave genuinely wants to know, you know, he wants to, you know, have a conversation. So, you know, even though he says he identifies as FBA, so we're going to find out in this conversation, FBAs, you know, are they different from Africans or any other blacks around this world? And why do they have so much animosity and hatred for white people? Are white people just their scapegoat? Oh, I mean, this is not just the FBA people, right? Is there like a secret admiration for wanting to be like the white man? And especially from the FBA point of view. I mean, we're going to hear all that here. And a lot of the behaviors that we see that's also going to be touched. And also, you know, he's going to talk about African countries, African leaders, and he's even going to throw in Ibrahim Traore. You guys are gonna get the chance to hear all of this. You know, nothing biased here. It's nothing about FBA versus Africans, as most people try to do it. This is genuine conversation that all of us can learn from, because many times I bring these conversations and I point things out and people get upset. And I think this would also, you know, some people try to be upset, but there's no need to be upset. You can leave your comments in the comment section, or when the lines open up, you can join in. But I don't want to keep you guys waiting. We are going to go straight to the conversation. And before I forget, they would also talk about, you know, if FBA had their own country, would they be better than the African countries that they speak of today? We would hear all this in this debate here. So I don't want to keep you guys waiting. We are gonna go straight into the debate. But before we go to the debate, I would have to bring, you know, a new debate introduction song. Here we go.
I can do some shuffling too. Look out, man, what you gonna do? Look out, boys, it's coming through. Yeah, man, yeah, man. Boy, he got educated feet.
All right, you've seen that. Let's go straight into the debate. I would say conversation. I would call it more like a conversation. So I'm going to take you straight there. All right, so that's the Zanu project. Shout out to Zanu. He's doing a wonderful job, you know, changing the minds of the people, you know, one stream at a time. One stream at a time, just like I'm doing over here. So let's go straight into it.
Special gift from David. He signed his book, which has just come out. Take a look at this. I have just started, but somebody shoved 107 days into my hand, so that interrupted. The Real Black Agenda by Dave Anderson. The Real Black Agenda, exposing the myth, igniting the revolution. Is it on Amazon?
Oh, it's on Amazon, but you can get it directly from me at therealblackagenda.com, because Jeff Bezos makes enough money.
So therealblackagenda.com.
Yes, sir.
And also on Amazon.
Yes.
If
Wherever
you want,
paperbacks
just
are sold.
tell him the discount code is Zanu05.
That's it.
Dave, thank you very much for coming all the way from Philadelphia this morning.
Oh, Frank,
It's
thank you
great
for
to
having
have
me.
you.
Thank you, man.
Great. All right. Now, from our last conversation,
Yes,
when
sir.
I came to the studio in New York.
So if you don't know Dave Anderson, go and look him up. He's a, you know, smart individual, outspoken. So, you know, as you can see, he wrote a book. He's one of the, you know, thinkers, you know, in the Black society. So, you know, you can learn a lot from him. Go check out his book as well, as you can see.
I drove back home and I said, Brother David has knowledge and you have intention behind it. And you passionately are trying to drive the Black agenda,
Yes, sir.
meaning you want people to rethink the way. For me, activism has become too loud for me, if you ask me.
Absolutely.
So much that it drowns the real conversation on both sides.
Certainly.
So this is what I believe it's the most effective way, okay, for us to see, can we bring a new thinking? And so, as you've seen so far, what I do is simple. I try to question the answers that I grew up hearing, learning, knowing, and now being in the United States, all right?
Yes.
So I'm going to put you in the hot seat.
Yes,
When I sent you the topic, I simply said, there is no difference between Blacks in Africa and Blacks in America. By Blacks in America, I'm referring to specifically Black Americans.
Yes.
I said there is no difference at all. So I'm going to go to that.
Okay.
This took me about a year when I started thinking about this topic, but I was waiting for the right person with whom I can discuss it.
Right.
So after coming to the studio, I said, no, it got to be David. So the original topic I had, I said, no, let me hear from you.
Mm-hmm.
And so notes are taking over the year.
Yes.
I have it here so I don't miss anything.
Certainly.
And I would like.
So you guys, you're hearing what the topic is. Blacks, the people that are running here calling themselves Indians and all kind of name, running away from being African, right? So Zanu is saying the blacks here are no different than Africans, meaning the blacks are from Africa. So that's what this is going to be about. And let's find out if Zanu is correct.
I'd like you to respond the same way we did it in the studio.
Absolutely.
All right. Here is the first case.
Mm.
African Americans or Black Americans, and you are, and I want the audience to know, Dave like to have rather foundational Black American.
Yes,
so
sir.
He refers to himself as an FBA, foundational Black American.
Yes, sir.
So I may be using the Black American because
Interchangeably, I'm okay with that. I understand.
Right. The big question in your mind, what is the difference? What is the difference between African Americans in the United States and Africans on the continent?
Well, the one thing that I will say is Africans on the continent, Frank, have a deep-seated tradition that they've been able to keep and protect, even though Africa as a whole, all 54 countries, pretty much are colonized. You have traditions and dances and things that are rich in culture that goes back thousands and thousands of years prior to recorded history. That is a huge advantage over what we had to create from scraps and genetic engineering, overbreeding, all the things that happened to foundational Black Americans over the course of 400 years. I think that the problem has always been, just to what you said when you were with me in New York, is that there is a severe disconnect and that we don't really have that bridge, but we have been colonized in different ways. When you look at how families have been impacted with all of the propaganda, the media firestorm of you need to be independent. You've got, you know, the Black wave of feminism, which in and of itself has been proven to be funded by the CIA, which really interesting. You start to see the erosion of the Black family. And what I find very interesting from a historical perspective is J. Edgar Hoover actually said the two biggest threats to America is the rise of a Black Messiah and Black unity. What is more unified than a Black family? So if you disrupt that, then you get all the chaos that has come after that over the past 40, 50 years. So I think those are distinct differences.
All right. Slavery did happen.
All right. So you heard Dave's answer, mentioned the culture. So this right here, because Dave is an intelligent man, he did not call himself an Indian. He did not try to say there was no slavery or saying that they were already here. He's acknowledging that they are in fact from Africa, but he is talking about, you know, what he thinks is the difference. So now Zanu pulls out his paper. Let us hear what Zanu have to say about Dave's answer. Here we go.
Certainly.
So of course, and I'll say our because of course some of my families were taken away too.
Sure.
So slavery happened. Great grandfathers were in slavery. Here's my question. What would one say if the question is asked, what is the problem of the Black American in America as we speak? What is the problem?
The problem with the Black American or Black America as we speak today is not slavery. The problem is indoctrination, and the problem is we don't have an opportunity to separate culturally from every and anybody. And here's what I mean by that. We don't control our media. We do not control our police. We do not control our farming. We do not control any means of growth and sustainability to be culturally solid amongst ourselves. And that in and of itself, we're the only group in America that, while everyone has to deal with everyone, I have Jewish friends and business partners, I have Asian friends and business partners, I have African friends and business partners. The difference is no one is so ingrained and involved where they are sharing more of the profits, more of the structure, more of the say-so than when it comes to other people prospering and benefiting off of our growth or lack thereof. When you look at things like the 13th Amendment, everybody focuses on, yay, Lincoln freed the slaves. But when you look at it from a historical context and you read the Constitution, which I know you have, the 13th Amendment says there is no slavery in the United States. Slavery is completely illegal, asterisk, unless you commit a crime. So how do I make sure that I'm able to get enough people to run this now profit center that is slavery? Slavery didn't end, it just adapted, it changed, it transformed. And if 1 in 3 people you can go, my lifetime, forget everything else, my lifetime, the 1994 Clinton-Biden crime bill, which said 3 strikes, you're in for life. If you've got a piece of crack the size of a quarter, you're going up for 25 years. And the person who said that has a son that had crack all over his room with a prostitute. There are all these things in place to keep us at each other's throats, arguing about nonsense, depending on a system, being told that we are less than. The history of American history starts with the default being whiteness, and not the fact that we built this country, not the fact that major inventions, by and large, at least 80 to 95%, depending on whose estimation, came from foundational Black American minds, but we weren't allowed to patent a lot of stuff. All of these things make you feel from birth that you're inferior, because the second you come out, there's all of these categories and things that happen, and there's nothing on the other end culturally from a human perspective to reinforce it. And I will always challenge my foundational Black American brothers and sisters and say, I find it very troubling that so many of us spend so much time talking about, oh my goodness, they're taking history out of the school. They're taking Black history out of the school. My Jewish friends don't have Jewish history, in their schools. None of the other friends that I have that are of any other culture have their history highlighted in their schools, because history and cultural responsibility should start at home. If somebody wants to touch on it, that's fine. But if they pull the history out of the schools, there's so many of us who contradict ourselves. In that we'll say, well, the white man's the enemy, the government's out to get me. But then you send your child to a government-run school and you want your enemy to not only indoctrinate, but then teach your child about who they are better than you. That to me.
All right. So you heard Dave's points, right? He made a good point, because you have people, Black people, that say white people are their enemy. That's what they call them. But, they would fight hard to send their children to white schools. So that doesn't compute, right? But, the conversation is just getting started. It's getting heated, and this is the type of healthy conversations that people need to sit down and have. So, there's no yelling, shouting, people pretending to be the best whatsoever. So far, if you're enjoying the conversation, give this video a like, this streaming a like. Okay. Paul said, not so quick to say he's intelligent. Well, Paul, let's let the the stream flow. You would have the opportunity to come to that conclusion or not. He's definitely coming up with better explanations and answers than most of the orders you've heard in the past. So let's hear what Zanu got to say to this.
I come back to where you said, when I ask, what is the problem that anybody, if the question is asked, what is the problem of the Black American? And you said how you are not in charge, and then you listed all the things. Before I come to that,
sure,
I'm glad you used the word problem. Now, this is what I understand. When anybody says there is a problem with a person, a place, or a thing, there is a problem. When you say there is a problem, it means once upon a time, that place, that thing, or that person didn't have that condition, which is now being described as a problem.
Correct.
Yesterday, I didn't have a toothache. I ate very well, right? This morning, my tooth is aching.
Right.
I would go to the doctor and say, I have a problem.
Right.
How do I know I have a problem? Because yesterday, I didn't have the toothache.
Correct.
So the question I'm going to ask is this. Where, outside the United States of America, where on Mother Earth, including the 54 countries in Africa, where can you describe to say that Blacks living here do not have the problems you have just described? Number two, when did Blacks never have these problems you have described? Let's have to do a comparison.
So it's getting heated now. These are the questions that a lot of Blacks, not only Blacks, but even Africans, are uncomfortable to ask. Because I have even asked people these questions. They are like, oh, you are Uncle Tom. The question is, what are you comparing Africans or Blacks to? To who? These problems you are highlighting, when did Blacks not ever have these problems? Now let's hear this. When did blacks around the world not have this problem? How were blacks living before they were shipped, into different continents, or before the white man showed up? That's what you would have to compare it to. So now let's continue.
The ones who are still on the motherland and then ones who are here, we have to be able to pinpoint a place in time and a place where the problems you discussed. If we look outside the United States, we can see blacks do not have that problem because they don't live here. Where?
I can't call his name, but I love this guy. He's like literally sticking it to everybody right now. Paid off all the debts and for his country. What is it?
Are you talking about Ibrahim Traore?
Traore, thank you.
So they bring up Traore. So let's hear what Zanu, is going to tell us about Traore.
Yes, I love that guy because he's not taking no shorts. He's like, listen, oh, we owe you. Here's your money. Oh, we're shutting this off. Oh, yeah, no, the hell with Google. And he's literally going for it. And I'm afraid the clock is on him. I think, and I don't know for sure because I haven't talked to the people there, but by and large, he reminds me a lot of Gaddafi, who people don't know historically because over here they painted Gaddafi as a terrorist. He wanted to have his own currency. He wanted to make sure that his people were well taken care of. If you wanted to go to, and again, I'm getting this secondhand from history and from people that I've talked to, Libyan Americans, who have said, yeah, if you wanted to go to school, they pay for it. If there was somebody who was sick and they did not have the technology there, they would send you to there. So yeah.
But see, Gaddafi is not black. Gaddafi is not black. Gaddafi is Amazigh. Yes, they exist they live in the continent of Africa, just like the Egyptians and Tunisians. They are not black. So, but just wanted to add that.
That seems better. And I think Traore is taking the bull by the horns and saying, this is what we're not going to tolerate. I think that is an example, 2 examples of where those things could easily be looked at and say, okay, yeah, that is a much better, more advantageous, more take the bull by the horn situation than I think we have here in the States.
It should be a different conversation. Otherwise, I would like to, because once I pick it on it, it will take us off the road. There is no progress, not even an inch of progress in Burkina Faso because of Ibrahim Traore.
Wow.
Totally false.
Wow.
Where did an African government that has been...
So Zanu is disagreeing. He said there's no progress under Ibrahim Traore. So let's hear his reasoning. I mean, this conversation is getting heated. Let's go.
Poor since independence have the money to say, you want your debt? Here, I pay you. Where was the money lying all this time? And yet they have the debt and he didn't pay it.
I don't know. That is a very good question. Educate me.
Ask yourself this. You live in America.
Certainly.
You've never been to Burkina Faso.
Correct.
How did you come to know that Ibrahim Traore is doing all these things?
Because every time I turn on the TV, the white folks are saying what he's doing and how pissed off
Social
they are about
media.
it. Social media.
This is the biggest, second one in the history of Africa. Russian propaganda. I have a friend who lives in Ivory Coast right now as a journalist for the last 19 years. So he pendulums between Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
He knows the place.
Right.
He's a journalist.
Right.
And he's telling me, he's crying, how the whole world in France, in Caribbean, they are marching in the streets over Burkina Faso. Nobody has been there. How did people come to know about this man? Number 2, which major world news have you seen interview this guy?
None.
See,
and then to me, and
number 3,
yeah,
think, Dave, he got in power only 24 months ago. You really know a black man in Africa? A 36-year-old military man took office in 24 months. Do you know how long it takes for you to put out a contract and have people bid for it? Vet, scream, and award a contract before a factory is built, and he did all this in 24 months? It's not true.
Somebody's
the biggest Russian propaganda. You know why?
Why?
Russia is propping this guy up so that when something happens to him, Africans would blame the West
instead of blaming
themselves. Burkina Faso is a...
So Zanu is saying, you guys heard him. Zanu is saying this is all Russian propaganda to prop Ibrahim Traore up so that if something happens to him, Africans would blame the West, the Europeans, for what happened to him. Man, this is getting interesting. Are you guys seeing how I told you this would be a very interesting conversation, but I did not know it would be this interesting. I bet you weren't even ready for this. So let's hear more.
Basket of coup d'etat from the day of independence.
So he's installed.
Oh, no, they make coups against themselves. He overthrew the guy, Henry, who was only 9 months in power. He overthrew him. How do you judge a man in power for 9 months?
You can't.
You
There's not
can't.
enough time.
And he's going around wearing a French beret, a French hand gloves, a French pistol, a French armored car, a French jeep, a French military, everything French, and go to Russia to say, yes, I kick one of you out of Europe, kick you out, and I want to deal with another European country. Let's not go that. Okay, here is the problem I'm trying to share with you.
Sure.
My aim for this conversation, Dave,
Guys, take notes. Take notes so that when I open up the line, I mean, I don't know what you guys think about what Zanu just said here. Zanu is saying that, you know, I mean, Ibrahim Traore has been propped up by the Russians, but he's going around. He's got on a French beret, French gun, French armored car, French gloves, and telling the Russians, I kick one white people out. Now, you know, I'll get a deal with you guys. I mean, Zanu is going in. So it's not like, I'm telling you, it's not like a FBA versus Zanu is telling us how he sees things, what he studied. I mean, he went deep. He's even talking about the man's gloves. Oh my. All right. St. James, I hope you're hearing this. I can't wait to open the lines later.
please be with me, is
Absolutely.
that we got to find a way to examine the problem.
Certainly.
And it will change our activism. It will change the way we are tackling this problem.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to go on what I said. How do you know there's a problem? You got to look at the person and see when the person didn't have this condition. Was there a time in our life on Mother Earth, the last 400 years,
Sure.
where what you see about Black people was never the case? Let me read some things to you.
Sure.
Here are the following I put down. On the continent, 54 countries.
Yes.
African Americans, 50 million.
Yeah.
These, and then of course the Caribbean.
Sure.
These are the common things you will see every time you interact with these two groups.
Okay.
One, Black on Black crime. Oh, we beat you to it. Only that we don't have a media that reports it. As I'm speaking to you right now, in the streets of Lagos, in the streets of Ghana, in the streets of Liberia, we cannot resolve conflict. You do well here more than we do. The only thing is you guys have a gun. That's it. We use.
Wow. So Zanu saying, pointing out, they have Black on Black crime in America. So every Black country, he said there's Black on Black crime. Let's hear more. I mean, Zanu is laying out the commonalities here. Give it a thumbs up if you agree or disagree. It doesn't matter, but give it a like.
Knives and bottles and sticks on each other. Black on Black crime? No, we beat you to it. Two, corruption. Oh, it's between all of us. Mayors from Illinois, super mayor, and you name them, Bali Williams and everybody.
Yeah.
We have 10 times that in Africa. Blight, you trash your neighborhood. Oh, we are a champion of it in Africa. The first thing you notice about every African city, as soon as you get out of the airport, is blight. Trash in the streets of every city.
I have seen the trash. Yes, I have. Okay, but let's go.
Baby mamas and baby daddies. Like I said on your show, the reason ours is not known is because of the family structure. When you have the baby, your grandmother takes it, nobody knows, and you just mix it back to the crowd.
Right.
But if you go to Kenya right now, you would cry for how many 19, 20, 21, 23-year-olds walking around with babies whose fathers are just walking around, don't care. You're talking about lack of maintenance, the same thing. Ghettos, plenty. Do you know a place called Kibera in Kenya?
Yes.
Soweto?
Yes.
Those are the biggest slums all over every city in Africa. We have our ghettos. Financial illiteracy. Oh, we two of us, we are in Olympics for it, okay? Health disparities, yes. We eat bad. Our women are walking around out of shape, unhealthy. Diabetes is across the continent of Africa, and sickle cell.
You guys, Zanu took notes. He took notes to make comparisons. Oh my, I'm learning a lot today. I hope you're learning too. Let us continue here. Dave's mind is blown. Oh my, oh my.
Nepotism, the same thing. Unproductive relationship with money. Oh, we are top of it. You talk about bling. Have you seen Davido? Have you seen Burna Boy? Have you seen every kid in the streets of Accra wants to buy something more expensive than he can afford?
Absolutely.
We have the same thing in common. You blame white supremacy and racism for the reason Blacks' social economic is low. We blame imperialism and neocolonization. We just give it two
Same
different
system,
names.
different names.
Say different names, okay?
Oh, I'm with you.
Okay. And you change names, we change names, okay?
Man, he is breaking it down to the teeth. I mean, come on, guys. Those of you that are watching, tell me. I mean, I know you might not. Some of you might not want to admit it. Isn't this man breaking it down? He's breaking it down to the T. Maybe this is anyways, I'll let you I'll play it and let you guys listen. I don't want to interrupt your enjoyment here. Let's continue.
You were once upon a time colored people, Negro, Afro-American, Black American, African American, and now foundational Black American. Once upon a time, it was Upper Volta, it's now Burkina Faso. Once upon a time, it was Gold Coast, now it's Ghana. Once upon a time, it was the Republic of Dahomey, it is now Benin, my country.
Yes,
once upon a time, it was French Sudan, now it's Sudan. And the list go on. We changed the name thinking the condition will go away, the same you do here. There is nothing at all different between the African American and American. And number two, there is no place on earth that you would go to, either it's in the Caribbean, on the mothership, where blacks were different from what they are now once upon a time. No. So when our forefathers were in the ship arriving in America, the question we need to ask ourselves, were those bankers and doctors and technicians and engineers who were hauled away so they lost it? No.
Wait a minute. So Zanu, you were saying the people that brought those people were not inventors, they were not scientists? Because I have always been wondering, I'm like, man, because you know, even some Africans, they would say, oh man, they took away all our smart people into slavery. I was like, wait, we had banks in Africa back then? They took all our inventors? So Zanu is like, okay, the people they brought, I mean, they were not bankers because they didn't have banks back then over there in Africa. Oh my. All right, let's hear more of this.
They are worse than...
Guys, this is making me uncomfortable too, you know, for him to sit here and start breaking this down, you know, like it's making me feel uncomfortable to say we didn't have scientists. You mean to tell me all those people on that ship were not scientists? Oh, Lord.
what we have now on the continent. Nothing has happened. There is no new injury inflicted upon the black man on earth. Dave, the problem we have is just two things.
Talk to me.
With the African Americans, the problem is this. The African American do not hate or fear the white man as they do each other. And you know why the African American buy?
This is true. I have been saying this forever. And Zanu is a smart man. He observed it too. The blacks do not hate or fear the white man. And he's about to tell us why.
Are angry. They know deep down when they look at the white man, they don't hate them. They don't fear them. And it bothers them. Why is it so? Because we are supposed to hate and fear them, but we don't. And not getting the answer to that feeling makes them angry. A South African friend of mine, when I went to speak in South Africa, told me the same thing. He said, Frank, don't be fooled by any South African. No black South African would tell you he doesn't admire the white man. He's lying, but you can't say it.
I have noticed that. I think this is why people, you notice how they would always come, oh, Afridamus loved the white man. When I talk about the white man's inventions, see, at least I'm honest about it. So this is why the people who are honest about it, they hate you for it. I mean, you think, just like Elon Musk's dad said, if the white man leaves South Africa, you know, within a period of time, he would turn into a jungle. Is he lying? I mean, So, no, they do not hate the white man, just like here in America. But he's saying something that, you know, is profound, because he's like, I can see that, like, you say to a black child, they've been taught that, okay, the white people enslave blacks. So there's like a conflict there, like, okay, wait, should I hate them or love them? Like, am I supposed to hate these people? So there's a big conflict. At one time, they admire the white man, but then other people are telling them, no, you are supposed to hate the white man. But there's no reason for it. The same thing is happening in South Africa. This is why the people would always tell you, if you're in Africa, oh, but you guys were colonized. You're like, okay. So they are looking for you to have like a bad feeling towards white people. So let us hear, I mean, Zanu, man, Zanu is opening people's mind today. I've been trying it, but they get mad at me. But now this is a good conversation. Let's hear more. I'm enjoying the conversation.
It's just too difficult to say.
So are you saying that we love the white man too much and we should hate them in order to progress?
No, I'm not saying you should hate them.
Right.
I'm saying that it's a phenomenon which is inexplicable. I feel it myself. That if the African American truly fears and hates the white man, not a single African American would have remained in the United States of America.
Yeah, you made that point when we were together last time. And I
Number two,
Isn't that the truth? He is correct. If blacks truly hated the white man, not a single black would remain in America. But they do not hate or fear the white man. But let's hear more.
take a look at what we do. I didn't mention that. You go to the continent, our women are walking around, even to the orange selling lady with fake blonde hair, eyelashes. We bleach our skins. Your women here with fake blonde hair, eyelashes, bleach their skin. Serena Williams do not have fear for a white blonde hair which she picked from her closet, polished it all morning, kissed it, and wore it. Yet she had a trauma touching a fake cotton in a hotel hallway.
Yeah, I saw that. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
Oh my goodness. Man, Zanu is cooking. He literally today, like, I mean, are we at a luau? Do you guys know what a luau is? This is where, like, the Hawaiians or Samoans, they cook the pig, you know, under the ground. Like they make it so hot. They bury the pig, and by the time they pull out the pig, I mean, like, it would fall off the bones. That's what he's doing. He's right. Serena Williams is married to a white man. She wears blonde hair and she bleached her skin. He said she would brush that hair and then kiss it. But then she comes out and said she was traumatized seeing cotton balls in a hotel. So Dave is calling BS on that. But let's hear what Dave got to say.
And I will tell you, like I tell anybody else, I am nobody's spokesperson but myself and how I see things. However, I am with you because I was like, why is she outraged? It's a cotton plant. But again, a lot of this is performative. A lot of this is...
It's not performative, Dave. I'm telling you.
You honestly believe that Serena Williams was really, really just so grief-stricken by seeing a cotton plant?
No, she wasn't. Is the point I'm trying to make. The answer she doesn't have. You will not find a Jew living in Germany and decided to marry a Nazi general after the Holocaust. You wouldn't find a Korean living in Japan and decide.
Oh my. So did Zanu just say compare Serena's husband to a Nazi general? But it's true. If what black people say about whites, I mean, that's like a Jew marrying a Nazi general and then saying they're afraid of Nazis. So yeah, I can see the psychological part of it. Like Serena doesn't know how to navigate this. Like, we might think she is acting, but I mean, but is she? Maybe she's torn apart. You know, she knows she loves white people, but she knows she's not supposed to say it. For whatever reason, someone passed these rules amongst blacks to say you cannot love white people. So now, you know, people are conflicted. Oh my. Okay, let's hear more.
The comfort women, the one that were taking Second World War to be used by army, and then turns around and marries a Japanese.
Right.
And live in Japan with him.
Correct.
So Serena Williams is torn inside, the same the collective is torn inside. If truly we fear and hate those people of what they did to us, she feels comfortable with a white husband, just like many of them, and a blonde hair. She who claimed that she represents the black. So she has to find something to see if something can explain what she's feeling. She wasn't faking it. No.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Again, exceptions don't disprove the rule. The majority of Black Americans are married to other Black Americans. 85% for men, 92% for women. Serena Williams is lightning in a bottle, a once-in-a-lifetime athlete, and truly the exception to the rule. I also believe that there are a bunch of Black people, both on the continent, throughout the diaspora, who have Stockholm syndrome and feel like they love white people to a certain extent in a certain way that isn't.
I was on a dating site in Kenya.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, a dating site in Kenya.
When I was there, when I was living in Kenya.
Right.
Okay. And you'd be surprised. I did it because my column is always life and culture.
Right.
So I got to do these things in order to understand so that I can speak deeply.
Right.
I promise you 75% on the Kenyan girls site.
Mm-hmm.
Please, white men only.
Are you surprised? No, I am not surprised. I am not. I didn't see this dating site, but Kenya, and I bet you this wouldn't even be only Kenya. Oh my. Oh, Zanu is cooking. Zanu, let me hear more. Continue, Zanu.
And that is only, you're thinking it's only Kenya. Ghana too the same.
So you would think that that's an indoctrination type of
No,
sickness?
not at all.
See, Ghana also. Zongo, you hearing that?
So what exactly is it that's making people think that it's like this is a thing where it's like I gotta look white, I gotta be white? I mean, skin bleach is probably the top beauty product on the continent.
That's correct.
It's sixth here in the United States,
correct.
which in and of itself screams of self-hate unless you have some
It's
type
not
of
self-hate.
vitiligo.
I totally disagree.
Okay,
It's
so
not
tell me
self-hate.
what it is. I'm fascinated by this. What do you think? If it's not self-hate, if it's not trying to assimilate, if it's not trying to garner the white gaze, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Because here, I don't know if it is there. You have to educate me on this because I've never lived or worked on the continent. We had to enact something called the Crown Act because women were being policed by their hair. Hell, if I was still working in broadcasting, there might be some people upset with the fact that I've got, long locks, like they were policing our hair. But a lot of people, especially our women, perm their hair, straighten their hair, didn't wear braids, all of those things because their white bosses had an.
Yes, Zongo, he's FBA. Now, look, Zongo, I get it. You said if he was FBA, he would be triggered. Not all would be triggered. At first, remember I did a show here when he first saw Zanu's video. He was triggered. He wanted to meet Zanu. But obviously, he's somebody who is interested in hearing what Zanu have to say. And he's a mature guy. Like, I think he is learning as well. Because like even the skin bleaching thing, like myself, I've always wondered like why, because I've seen it in Africa, Gambia, Senegal, I did research, but I've seen people who do the skin bleaching. They are not, the look they're going for, they are not seeing themselves as white. They're not seeing themselves as white. So I've always wondered what is the psychology behind these people bleaching their skin. And also, on top of that, they wear blonde hair, but their behavior, what I'm seeing, they are not trying to be white. So I'm confused. So I want to hear what Zanu have to say. Like, this is some deep psychology here. Like, why do people do these things? So yeah, he's FBA, but he's definitely interested in the real conversation. It's not like the FBAs who want to peddle delusion and illusion. No, he wants the real deal. So guys, hit the like so we can get more people in here to come and hear the conversation. So let's hear Dave Cook.
Issue with it. So tell me why there's so much skin bleaching on the continent. Tell me what that is. If it's not self-hate and it's not indoctrination, what is it?
Back in the 50s and the 60s, you would see when the zoot fashion, in Malcolm X, when he poured the perm on his head and stuck it in the toilet.
That conch, yeah.
Now, that was also on the continent. Yes.
Wow.
Okay, perm our hair.
Yeah.
James Brown, Al Sharpton. The name doesn't stop.
Yeah.
There's a congressman who still perms his hair,
Yeah.
and that perming happened. Except the man didn't bleach. Then he went to the Caribbean when Vice Cartel led the revolution for bleaching. There is a boxer in Ghana, just as popular as Vice Cartel, who also bleaches he and his wife, and he says yes, it is more beautiful than black. Why not? So the white fixation.
Yeah, Vice Cartel. I think Vice Cartel is Jamaican. I mean, I've seen that guy's picture. I didn't recognize him at first. I remembered him when he was, black. Then he bleached his skin, So he's saying there's Ghanaian boxer who bleaches his skin too. Zongo, can you put that Ghanaian boxer's name in the chat so we'll know? Thank you, Zongo.
It's not peculiar to only black people.
Right.
Koreans and others want their daughters to be lighter. I don't think it's self-hate at all. When we do so, we minimize it and we get stuck without understanding deeper. It could be natural.
Natural.
Yes. Because if it is what, then why would a certain color permeate the entire world like that?
Because that same certain color runs the entire world like that. They control the dictionary, they control the marketing, they control the media, they are the default. I have 2 daughters, right? You met my daughters. Both of my daughters, even though they are 15, 16 years apart in age, I remember buying them Barbies.
Right.
The default Barbie automatically is blonde. Even in the Barbie movie, which, took over, the theaters for a good several months, the main Barbie was played by Margot Robbie, blonde hair, blue eyed. Hitler ran an entire campaign talking about the pure Aryan race. What is a pure Aryan race? Blonde hair, blue eyed, light skin. You saw how blonde haired and blue eyed Hitler was.
Yeah.
You can't divorce. There's no.
I understand what
there's
you're
nowhere
saying.
on the planet.
There is one thing I believe.
Well, Hitler himself doesn't have blonde hair. Oh, So, yeah. But I get what he's saying.
Right.
And I believe it very deeply. And I've observed it among people also. When you see value in something and you believe completely that this is for me beautiful, it has value.
Right.
No one can tell you any different. So if you blame the media and propaganda, I will go with you.
Sure.
But then I will ask the question, why did it work?
Again, I go back to the flea in the jar.
That's what I always ask. Propaganda, why did it work? Why is this propaganda working? Because it's working because it's like, the likelihood, like if the person wasn't already, wasn't prone to doing this, it won't work on them. So yeah, you're right. Like FBA, they've been, running away from this conversation. You notice, if you sit across someone who's done their research, they know what they are talking about. You cannot come over there, talking all that nonsense, talking about we invented everything, we invented air, like all that stuff. The conversation have to be based in reality and truth. And because Zanu is doing the comparison here, he's letting you FBA know, no. Your problem is the same thing that's in these black countries everywhere. So here we go.
Experiment.
That's correct. I was coming to that.
There you go.
When I came on your show,
Yes.
you said that, and that thing is stuck with me.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see, is it in the book? Because
I did not put it in the book. It's in my next book.
Very
actually.
good. I want an expansion of it.
Yes, sir.
You said there was an experiment. You put a bunch of crickets in a jar,
Yep.
put a paper on it, and punch holes so they can breathe.
Correct.
The crickets try to jump, but they can only hit the paper and go back down.
Correct.
When they release them, they could only jump that high.
Right.
When it comes to humans in America, who performed the experiment?
When it comes to humans in America, who performed that experiment? I think
Was it blacks performing it on blacks?
No.
Okay. Then who performed it?
White people.
How did they perform it?
Oh, well, let's see. There's slavery in and of itself, but that's an act. Let's talk about the conditioning that went along with slavery, because in order to break someone, you also have to break their mind. And the one weapon they used to break their mind was the one thing that has worked all over. And historically, this has been proven, and that is the Bible. They use the Bible as a weapon. To this day, I'm a Christian, I'm also a minister. The thing that I find very interesting is to this day in the black church, for lack of a better term, those traditions of taking masses' best clothing and wearing it on Sunday. That's where you get the Sunday best thing. That's why people dress up. That's why women have these big old hats. All of these things, that's indoctrination. You look at what had happened, and if Jesus is white, and that goes all the way back to Cesare Borgia being cast as Christ, even though skin of bronze, hair like wool, he ain't got none. But that's the Jesus that we worship.
But I'll
no matter
come to
where
my
we
same
go.
question. Why does it work?
It works because if you don't have any other thing to go to, and this is all that's
And why
getting
don't you
fed.
have anything other to go to if you have a society? Societies have things they go to. Koreans, when
You see, Zanu is asking all the right questions. See, like, you can't just jump to the conclusion of things. You have to go back to the beginning. You have to go back to the beginning. I mean, why don't you have something to go back to? Was there something to begin with? Let's hear this.
enslaved by Japanese,
Certainly.
when it says Zainichi, means they are referring to the generation of Koreans who got stuck in Japan and couldn't go back after the war.
Right.
But they live in Aichi prefecture. They taught themselves. They were brutally, and you know, Japan's, they're not Christians, so they're very, very brutal. Except Western Europe. Every place on earth you can trace slaves. None of the syndromes work on them because they don't exhibit the things we are describing today. In Japan, Koreans don't even take Japanese names. They cut off completely because they said, we don't know where to go, but we're going to be here. We all know, and you've read the Bible, the Jews, of course, they did go through slavery.
Certainly.
Brutally.
Absolutely.
The Holocaust was brutal, but they don't exhibit the things we are describing today because of slavery. And you can look at the old zoo of Nigeria and many, many other places. So I am saying it is very powerful when we rather look at why did this work on us? We may find a way out for our children. And I am insisting that we need to change the narrative.
I wholeheartedly agree. That's why I wrote the book.
I totally do not believe, because I've asked from the beginning. We have to look the African American, the Black American, socioeconomics, political, all the things they say they don't have. And then you look on the continent. Now, 13%. So African Americans make up to 50%. 50 million. Let's just run up the number.
Sure, why not?
Okay, take the entire African Americans and find a country in Africa and put them there. And it becomes a republic. What would be different between them and the existing countries today in Africa?
I don't know, but let's pretend. I don't think much would be.
That's correct. Which means
you see that? So I've always been saying this. You've heard some of the Pan-Africans say, oh, give us land. We would come there. We would do better than, you know, all these countries there in Africa. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. They will become just like the other countries that are already there. Like, they will do better than some, but not so much. So here we go.
The point I'm trying to make is this. For us to be able to say,
and this is without white help, especially. So they would, I mean, I doubt it they would even do better than, you know, small Gambia. Just saying.
That something is gone wrong with a certain group of people or a place or a thing. We need to look at the origin
of what that thing is.
That's correct. And see, once upon a time, what was different? Number two, those on the ship coming here, what did they have? So in fact, the African American today, we in Africa actually look to the African American and say they are more successful than we are. The only problem, and as a black man, a very proud black man, and it was the first time I'm using this word, is that I only can conclude the only problem with the African American, all black people, is that we are constantly, and unfortunately for the black African, they live side by side with the white man, and they are constantly comparing, thinking that the white man's position, either is socioeconomic or whatever it is what they are supposed also to be. And when they
that's true, because hey, if you're comparing yourself to the white man, you know, like the blacks have been living here, sure, like that would cause them depression because you live in side by side. The African, on the other hand, does not live side by side by the white man, so the African does not compare themselves to the white man. So most Africans are free in their mind that way because they don't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. So he's right.
And now, then the conclusion is, therefore, somebody must be the one doing it to us. Because you see, the Black American has not, many of the majority have not been to the continent.
Correct.
Those of them who went, and I met two people, he said, when I got down and I went to the hotel, I was saying, I wish my ticket was open. I leave the next day.
So,
I have something.
Zanu is right. How many videos have we seen of people crying when they went to Africa? They are like, oh man, I lost my favorite snack. The electricity was not stable. You know, they start realizing, oh my. But yeah, he's onto something here. But great conversation. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I added. The cricket experiment.
Sure.
Okay, so I don't know what it prevented Black people from doing, because it didn't prevent Black people from excelling at the NBA, NFL, hip hop. You name all kinds of things. Like,
Sure.
for example,
I love this. This is my favorite.
Yes.
Part. Watch this, Nancy.
the same thing in other ethnic groups here. Or you say, oh, they excel in this, but not all of them. So it's not all Black people
No.
who excel in the NBA or the other ventures we have, other businesses we have.
Certainly
the
not.
thing is, I'm asking, how many Black people should become like Oprah Winfrey? I'm just throwing something there
Sure.
for us to say there's no more problem.
So here's the thing. I've never been one, and most people will tell you this, even scientists will tell you this, exceptions should never disprove the rule. Exceptions are exceptions. For as long as people have been studying athleticism, there was a distinct belief that the human being did not have the capability of running a 4-minute mile, right? And a almost looked upon, washed up guy named Roger Bannister blew that theory out of the water. When he did it, all of a sudden you had kids everywhere, all across the world doing it, but they have to have something to aspire to. However, it was exceptional. You got a better chance of scoring the winning touchdown on the Super Bowl and then having sex with America's Next Top Model in the end zone than you do getting into the NBA, the NFL, or having a platinum career in hip hop. That is a rarity. What is a reality is that even with that, and Chris Rock said this, and I will always die on this hill, the person that pays Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, whomever you like, is wealthy, while Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, Steph Curry are rich.
Yes.
Everything you named is still being controlled by somebody who puts that paper on top of that jar and pokes the holes in it. So
Absolutely.
that in and of itself isn't enough. And
But my question is, why is it that when you look at the African Americans, you say they excel in these areas? And it's true, nobody can listen. You know what is funny? Every country from Europe and the Middle East and Asia would go to Africa to scout and recruit soccer players and basketball players, including America, Olajuwon, Mutombo, and a host of them, right?
Yes.
Then Europe, most countries will come to the United States also to recruit Brittany, the one who went to Russia and got locked up.
Oh, Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner, the Ball brothers, playing in China, Bosnia, Russia, right?
Sure.
So that's another similarity between the two of us.
Right.
So the question I'm asking is, yes, you're right.
So see, the Blacks are seeing it slowly. You're seeing it. So yeah, these countries, they come, they recruit basketball players. Do you know they are recruiting basketball players from Africa? They are recruiting soccer players from Africa. Have you watched like the World Cup games or the European games? I mean, like Germany's team is literally almost all African. France, the UK, you're seeing countries where normally they don't have blacks. I mean, places like Saudi Arabia, pretty much all their players are like black from Africa. So the same thing, they recruit basketball players from here to China, Russia to go play there, even Europe. So he's right. The same group of people are getting recruited for these things. Same group of people. So let's continue.
The exception doesn't make the rule. But however, groups are known by a few who highlights, what the group is good at. Why is it that the cricket experiment doesn't prevent us from jumping high and dunking? Why does it not prevent us from having the touch zone, end zone dance? Why does it not prevent us from this powerful hip hop industry that we are the ones that make money for the wealthy and then we get rich? You have to look at those and say, but we do excel in some areas, just like Indians are found on Silicon Valley. Yeah. We are found in this.
Right.
But then the question I am still coming to is, we need to arrive at a place where our children will begin to hear from us.
Right. And I'm in agreement with
absolutely nothing. There's no new injury being inflicted on a black man on the surface of the earth.
Certainly. Let's go there. Let's concede that point, Frank. Frank's right. There's nothing new under the sun. Great.
Do you guys agree? So Frank is saying, as you know, they haven't even, I mean, what's new? They haven't caused any new injuries. It's not like blacks had anything to begin with. I mean, that's how I'm receiving it, right? So let's see what Dave says to this.
You know what? You know what's missing? The thing that is missing is what I talk about in the Real Black Agenda. And that is, if we started to circle around our wagons around ourselves, like even when I spoke to you last month, we talked about how in Africa, like you said, Pan-Africanism can never happen because it's a joke in and of itself. You've got people in the same country who are in different tribes who can't even get along, but you expect the entire diaspora to just figure it out. And guess what? You're right. Having said that, though, if we're to your question, I want to make sure I stay to the question is, what do we do when it comes to our children being able to see an example? The thing that I think needs to happen is we have mastered talent. We have mastered athleticism. We have mastered culture and taste making and being the blueprint for all things entertainment, athleticism, cool, all of that. There's nobody cooler than us. Cool, great. What we need to do is start internalizing the systems by which to monetize those things. That is what is missing. And that's why I wrote this book. That's why I retired from broadcasting. That's why I'm a business coach. That's why I'm a serial entrepreneur. That's why, I mean, you saw my daughter's website. You see what she does. I believe if we're going to be an example, we got to stop having this conversation. Oh, Jamal, you need to have a wicked jump shot. Or, you know, Pookie's going to go in that basement and rap. Get past that and understand that if you want to go into the music industry, you must first master the music business. And now is the best time to do so. If you look at somebody like Master P, for example, who was a rapper, who is now a business mogul.
Yeah, but Dave, what if Pookie is good at, you know, rapping? I mean, if Pookie is, that's what he's good at. I mean, like, Pookie's got to rap, you know, that's what he's good at.
He has cereal, he has ice cream, he's got very expensive sneakers, just like Reebok or Nike and all that Italian leather, phenomenal quality sneakers. He became a businessman because we don't study the business of music. We don't study the business of industry. We just want to get signed. We're looking for a savior. If we get rid of the I need a savior complex and realize that everything we need is right here and amongst ourselves, and we eliminate the access to other people coming in and pilfering us for pennies on the dollar. If we stop stepping over dollars to get to dimes, we could do what you say, and then everybody get on the same page about, hey, let's find a place of land. I mean, you look at the Mormons; they're all in Utah. You look at people who went back and went to Liberia, and I know Liberia is a crap show, but the idea of, like you said, having all of us go and be one place autonomous, I think that's a beautiful thing. And like I told people, I've lived in 34 cities in 19 states. I have yet to find Brother Town or Black Girl Magicville.
I'm not going to bet a dollar on what you're proposing because it's not going to happen.
I know it ain't going to happen.
But why? It's the fact I'm trying to share with you.
The same reason I can call my wife right now and say,
see, Zanu is a realist. He looks at what is real and he presents it to you. What I'm gathering here is whatever you are good at, there are certain things that certain groups of people are good at. So there's no need for you to, it's like, you know, if can a fish climb a tree? Fish belong in water. Okay? If you try to get a fish to climb the fish won't survive it. So you just have to know your niche. What are you good at? Like, you have to accept that. What you're good at, harness that, and, you know, do it at the top of your, you know, do it at the best of your ability. That's what he's coming to. So let's hear this.
Honey, what do you want for dinner?
Muhammad Ali was a great sportsman, a good boxer. No, not good. I mean, just a phenomenon, we should say.
More books written about Muhammad Ali than there are about Jesus Christ. Absolutely.
But he's not going to manage himself. That's a talent of another person.
Certainly.
Okay. I don't manage myself. I don't produce myself. No. I can't do it. You put me behind the scene right now, even the best interviewer, I will destroy it because I don't know how to manage.
Correct.
Blacks are doing what they are good at.
Right. Are you saying we can't be good at managing ourselves?
That is why we're not doing it.
Ah.
How many NBA teams do we have? About 29, I believe.
One, maybe two.
No. I'm saying the whole.
Oh, I think it's like 29.
29.
Like 30,
29 and 32. I don't have the exact number.
Behind the scenes, and I've done some reading on them in the description of the staff.
Right.
Behind the scenes in the management, franchise,
Sure.
endorsement, corporate PR, all that is Ivy League white Jewish boys who are making this thing work so LeBron can make $17 million an hour or a year.
Oh, we're just not going to talk about Rich Paul? Rich Paul, LeBron's agent, guy he grew up with, the black guy married to
That his agent, but I'm saying the franchise
the
management
infrastructure.
itself.
Absolutely.
That's correct.
This is true. I mean, look, man, like when you go to restaurants nowadays, majority the people that are cooking behind the scene doing all that, they are Latino, like Hispanics. They are good at this. They make stuff happen, back there. Nothing wrong with that. LeBron cannot manage himself. If blacks were good at managing ourselves, we would have done it. Plain and simple. So that is people managing the team, making sure tickets are bought and, so that LeBron can make all that money. That's what it is. Nothing wrong with that. But let's hear
Everybody's
more.
in a Jewish system where they profit off of our.
No, they don't. If they didn't manage it, that
Right.
is what I'm saying.
Yes.
The management of the franchise, it's not just a skill anybody can learn and do. If it were, then how come we have not? You see, I like just questioning it. Look at the gentleman whose name was named after the road going to the airport, the baseball.
Yeah.
What is his name again? Jackie.
Robinson.
Jackie left a Negro league because it was being managed by black people.
That's halfway true and halfway not.
Okay.
Here, because again, one of my neighbors was a Homestead Gray. I love the Negro Leagues. It's a big thing for me. The majority of the Negro League teams were run and owned by white people. The thing of it is, the ones that were run and owned by black people, they were doing different things. They were offering spectacle. They were having concessions. They were doing things that the white folks had not caught up
So
with
when
yet.
the Brooklyn 49 went to him and said, look, you're coming to play for us.
The
team
Dodgers,
members, the Dodgers, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
We're not happy with it. He said, look, he can have the color of a stripe of a zebra. He's going to play to make us money. He left his league. He left it because he knew that this place would manage and make me rich. He went in and he didn't fail. He did it. What I'm trying to say is we got to focus on what we're good at. And the reason we have not been able to, we are the greatest basketball players in America. Well, it is simple. If you see that people are doing something good, you just call it investment and you make money off them. How come of the 29, only one is managed by a black man and even is now winning? Jordan is the marvel of basketball, yet he couldn't manage.
That's true. I mean, ton of, black players, but Jordan is the only black that owns a team. The Washington Wizards, and you guys know the Wizards. I mean, they're not that good. We all know that. Washington Wizards are not that good.
His own Wizards.
Yeah.
So yes, what you said is sentimental and it's true if we could do it. What I'm saying is African Americans have done exactly what Africans have done. One mistake we made, Dave.
What's that?
And you're not going to agree with me.
Of course I'm not. But I love you, Frank.
Listen, we made enemies. We kept the enmity with our former enemies. Africa has been poisoned by Russia.
See, you guys are not going to like what Zanu is saying, but I mean, kick back and listen to what the man got to say. This is what I remember. I didn't say it in these words, but a few years back, I said something about the colonization and people were so mad. I said, there's no need to see white people as your enemy. When you make enmity with white people, your former colonizers, it's just going to make your country poorer. People are like, man, you're a tap dancer, you're a sambo, blah, blah, blah. Well, let's let Zanu break it down for you. You will see exactly what I was saying. I saw this many years ago.
Look at Europe as an enemy. I've been around and I know. If Africa, look, Australia still flies the Union Jack, has a great relationship with Britain. Look at Australia. Japan was bombed by the United States of America with 2 atomic bombs. No other human country has ever suffered.
Correct.
Look at the 2 of them, right?
Buddy.
They're making money. Germany and Russia and Israel even have a better relationship than they were. New Zealand and UK, every country in Europe and everywhere else that maintained a good relationship with their former colonizers, they are all doing well. Africa was poisoned because we don't write books to teach each other. They were poisoned by Russia, and we made enemy with all European countries because Russia knows that if we make enemy with the West, then the West can't get us to support them, then they have an upper hand. The same thing African Americans have done.
Man, not only Russia, now you have China in it. China. Man, Zanu is onto something here, guys. Because it's like, we get it. Russia, they've been coming in, but we got to start asking questions like, why is Russia always trying to just get us to keep fighting with the West. You know, that's something to think about. Like, I mean, we want some of that white money. Russia is bringing in weapons, like, but we want that white money, you know? So it's like creating beef between Africans and the Western Europeans. And I get it. I know some of you are going to sit here and pretend that you are super Negroes. Oh, Africanos, you're a tap dancer, blah, blah, blah. But look at the blacks. Look at how the blacks are suffering here in America because they think they are big and bad. They want to hate on white people. But when the white people cut off the food stamps, you see how they were crying? The white man cut the food stamps. But let's continue. I just wanted to say that.
They made or kept the enmity between them and their former enemies, which is the white man.
So you're saying
our children will benefit. They'll be somewhere. If somebody can lead the fight, and I believe you can do it. You're charming. You're knowledgeable. You sang
I
back
feel
up.
like I'm being recruited.
You sang back up for Teddy Pendergrass.
Sure did.
You look young, but people would think that, yes, you look almost like 32 when I met you. I thought, yes.
That's what weight loss does. Weight loss
That's
and
correct.
drinking
Okay?
water will do that.
But I think if we remove that barrier between our kids, the next generation, Anderson, we will be far ahead. We need it in South Africa for Julius Malema to stop the devil's speech.
Yeah, that's insane.
We
And play
need it
John
in
Cena's
Nigeria.
theme song.
That's
That was
correct.
wild. That was wild.
And we need it here.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think one of the things, although I don't think I'm a black leader by any far stretch.
Oh man, see, didn't I tell you guys that Malema, all that talk he's doing, that's the devil's speech? You see, Zanu, another smart man, repeated it. So he's talking about, like, Malema, he said he's EFF. You know, they're about economic empowerment. But he can empower himself much more the other blacks. He's telling the blacks, you know, the white man is their enemy. But in reality, he's the enemy of the blacks over there. They are like, oh yeah, we're going to take stuff from the white man. How are you going to do it? With what army? So it's best you get along with the white man and continue enjoying some of those beautiful infrastructure, you know, living that white life over there. I mean, hell, I mean, look at Zimbabwe. When Zimbabwe thought, oh yeah, we're going to kick these white people out. What happened to their economy? And I know some of you are going to come here and be like, no, you know, because they sabotaged it, because they could not do anything. When the whites decided to come back, did you guys see how they celebrated it? You know, they got people on the street dancing. Yeah, the white man is back. The white man is going to the farm again. Prior to that, Zimbabwe was called the breadbasket of Africa when the white people were running it. Just ask. The link is in the chat if you guys want to join in. I wouldn't stay long, but, you know, I want to hear your point. Okay? So, I mean, even like some of these books you would see where some of the blacks even, you know, they didn't want slavery to even end. And even today you see it. Some of these people, when they see the whites, they act like, oh, Massa is here, Massa. I mean, especially, do you guys see like the Democratic Convention? Some of those old Negroes, they would do all those old Negro hymn songs. Oh, Lord, thank you for the white man. We've seen all of that. And then you got people like Dr. Umar talking about, you know, Black Queen forever, Snow Bunny never. But he likes, you know, he would rather go to, you know, Stockholm, Sweden than Congo. I mean, come on, guys. Stop doing this to yourself. I'm opening the gate for you. No need to be hating on me. Oh, Zanu, we're just here to bring you the message. That's all. Let's continue.
The imagination. What I do think is two things. Number one, I wrote this book and I'm writing a series of books to not only talk about the problems, but talk about the solutions.
That's correct.
And I think one of the most important things is, I'm weird. Like, I'm a weird person, Frank.
Describe that.
Okay. I have a speech impediment. I speak
You
professionally.
said that for about 3 long minutes when I was in the studio with you.
Yes.
What are you talking about? You overcame it, you mean?
Huh?
You overcame it?
Oh, I overcame it. But still, sometimes if I get frustrated, ask my wife in an argument, I'll be like,
Oh, I see.
so that in and of itself. But years and years of speech therapy, years and years of non-regional diction. You know, this voice is my voice, but you know, I'm from the hood. I talk like this. You know what I mean? That's my relaxed voice. But I speak in non-regional diction because I'm a professional broadcaster. I'm dyslexic. I have dyscalculia.
All right. Is that you, Jude supremacy, Jude?
FBADenews, what's up, FBADenews?
Jude, where have you been? You've been hiding.
How's it going, my man?
It's going well. Did the snow bunnies make you disappear?
What's going on? Hope you're doing good, brother.
Yes, good. So Jude, just hang tight. You know, this is almost at the end. Unless you want to add something onto what he's saying.
Oh no, not really. I mean, you came to my show the other time, so I was like, let me come back on YouTube and check on this guy. You know.
Oh yeah. I mean, everybody's been asking me. They said, "What happened to Jude?" People thought maybe Paul Beer sent some people to come pick you up. You know, or something.
see this guy. What you mean? Don't you
And
follow me on TikTok?
well, I haven't been seeing none of your videos.
Oh yeah, my other channel got banned. So yeah, but
Well, I heard. So what I heard was because eventually you had all those FBA females. They were liking you until they found out you got a snow bunny girlfriend. Then they reported your channel. Is that what happened?
oh really?
Because the last time I came on your channel, I did not recognize what was happening. I was like, wait, you got FBA women, as your moderators, the ones that were cussing you out. I was like, something is not right. So I'm not surprised your channel got banned.
So how is everything going, FBADenews?
Oh, it's going great, as you can see.
You guys still talking about
Breaking
you
it
guys are
down.
still, yeah,
Yes,
same old stuff.
still, well, we talk about different things. We talk about Paul Beer and others. Yeah, but we're still doing it over here.
You see, matter of fact, I came back from Cameroon, right? I was in Cameroon, I think 3-4 months ago before the election.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah.
Well,
Man,
I would need you here for the Cameroon talk when we do that.
man, Africa is a disaster. It's a disaster. It's a crime scene. It's a place where I think if there's means and opportunity, they should clean Africa out of earth. Like it shouldn't have the right to exist. It's a place where when people go there, they tremble. You know what I'm saying? It's a place of havoc. And that's why when Africans flee to United States, it's something grateful, because people are really suffering back home, man. It's not working at all.
So you're not going back?
What you mean? I'm not going back? I just told you I came from Africa. I came from Cameroon. So, but
hold on. Let me finish this real quick. It's almost finished. Just hang tight, okay?
All right.
You're not going to find a word out of place in there, Frank. I work hard. I edit. But the thing of it is, I think those things can be overcome. Can everybody do what I've done, put in that type of work, have that type of nurturing? No. I had a college professor for an uncle. I have a teacher for a mother. I had a teacher for a grandmother. I had a teacher for a stepfather. I have a daughter who teaches. I'm exceptional. Can it happen? Yeah. Shaquille O'Neal gives the most horrible interview. Ladies and gentlemen, I think right now, once again, and we're going to do this. It's going to be crazy. However, Shaquille O'Neal owns more stock in the Marilyn Monroe estate than the people related to Marilyn Monroe. He owns the name, image, and likeness of Elvis Presley and several others, including himself, and he licenses those things out. He's a basketball player, and if you had told me that Shaq, who breaks backboards when I was a kid, was going to be up there with Magic Johnson, I would have told you were crazy. You were smoking all kinds of crack. Magic Johnson. Phenomenal business person. Change the face of Starbucks, change TGI Fridays. It can happen. We have to be exposed to it.
That is what I'm trying to say. Magic Johnson, as soon as he got out or retired, we knew him with theaters, right?
Right.
Backed by Sony.
Yes.
But that is the relationship he created with them.
Correct.
He and Larry Bird became the closest friend. He went to his house to eat. Today, when he's on the show with him, he laughs. But he never says so about even other black players. This is my friend. I've always known him. All the people you're mentioning, yes, Shaki was talking about the businesses he runs, and somebody asked him, how do you guys say, look, my white friends, they always tell me what to do. My white friends, okay? He has not sold one business. He sold Mr. General, the insurance company. But I am saying, can we start? I like what you said here. Let's own our own PR firms, our own branding firms. Let's begin to understand how our content can be monetized.
Correct.
But rely on someone who knows how to do it. And let's break that barrier down for the enmity to go forever. And we will realize that we are sitting on talent, but we have built a wall because of the militant message we were fed in the 60s by the Malcolm X, the Al Sharptons. Everyone fed us. But they were right at the time because with the emotion they had.
You guys see what I was saying? Back at that time, that worked. But you don't need that today. You need to stop wasting your talent. Okay? See, Shaq figured it out. Magic Johnson figured it out. Michael Jordan, he's with a snow woman. So let's continue here.
And what
that is the only thing they could say about. But I'm relying on the Dave Andersons of today, man. And with that, guys, Dave got on the train 3 a.m. all the way from Philly to come to Bridgeport. If you guys know, that's 3 hours of ride. I owe him a lot. I've met him. I've been on his show, 3 hours of recording. And today he hasn't disappointed me. If you guys can, this is a different type of book. I have taken a look at the introduction. I read the first part. There's no anger in it.
No.
Now, you may have some questions about the things, but yet he says something. He's not a leader. Whoever writes a book is already taking a path leading. I've also met his family, beautiful children.
Thank you, sir.
And Dave, there's one different thing about you, is you are the only black man who is even more knowledgeable than most of them who have come on the show, and yet you have a wonderful way of controlling your emotions.
Yeah, what am I going to get angry about? I'm here to learn. This is my brother, man. Let me tell y'all something. Frank,
Thank you so much.
Listen, for the people in the comment section, I will tell you, he's not paying me to be here. Frank is
not at all.
Absolutely a perpetual student. He is a person that wants to learn. He wants to challenge thinking, and that's what I do. I want to challenge thinking. I want to learn. I don't think I have all the answers. I don't think Frank has all the answers, but I think if we're able to have dialogue and figure things out, we can have answers, and that's how we build forward together.
What do you think about Amanda Seales? Is that her name?
Okay, so wow.
Okay.
No, I want to answer this.
No, I got the answer already.
Oh, no.
So you see, FBA, people notice how angry you get. So you need to stop being angry and have real conversation. So, yeah.
You don't have an answer. So again, you and I are critical thinkers.
Yes.
You and I understand, and when I say this, I want to be clear.
Yeah.
I don't think all women are emotional basket cases. I don't even think Amanda Seales is an emotional basket case, although she can exhibit emotional basket case behavior.
Okay.
She got on an Instagram live and said, why is it that some black men feel like they need to withhold their vote? I took that as a personal challenge. And so I jumped on her live and I told her, the reason that we want to withhold our vote is because in the United States of America, and please stop me when I go wrong, Frank, the United States of America is a constitutional republic where we have people representing us, right? Whether you're a Republican or Democrat, those are the two major parties. You can go Green Party, you can go Independent, but you have people to represent your voice as part of the electorate.
Right.
Everybody goes to those representatives to get things on their behalf.
Correct.
There's a lobby system here, right? There's only one black lobby on Capitol Hill. Most people don't know this, called the FSIC. I know because I'm a part of that lobby. I'm doing the work. The thing that I was trying to explain to her was, every time you say, oh, this is the worst time because Mitt Romney or John McCain or Ross Perot or George Bush, or insert whichever evil white Republican you got now, is coming and they're going to send us back. And what did Joe Biden say? They're going to put us back in change. She was like, no, this time is critical. I said, every time was critical.
That's correct.
Every other person in the United States, every other group, gay, straight, lesbian, Chinese, Nigerian, they all have representation on both sides of the aisle. We're the only group, foundational Black Americans are the only group who vote 90% one way on average. And she said, well, I just can't talk to you. And she got frustrated and hung up and then did a live about it and then apologized to me in my DMs because she...
So the very thing I see with her debate style, she does it when she does
it publicly, she does it privately. Okay. That's who she is.
So I'm not crazy. I just wanted to get, all right. I know you...
God bless Amanda Seales. I would love to have a legitimate, serious conversation with her because even when she does things like, I like to be intellectually challenged. That's why I wanted to come here. I wanted to see how you thought in an environment that was comfortable for you, because you came to my house and I wanted to come to your house.
Oh man, that day was unbelievable.
It was a great conversation. My wife said,
and you guys are going to see it. 4 black, very, very passionate black, 4 of them.
Yes.
And no one offended anybody for 3 hours.
We made sure that we were there to learn in that conversation.
It was great.
But with her, she did a show and they put her surrounded by a bunch of conservatives. and there wasn't a foundational Black American to be found anywhere.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like, she's eviscerating them because none of them are on her level.
That's correct.
And it's like the beginning of Rocky 3. He fought a whole bunch of people, but they were good fighters, but they were bums compared to Rocky. So yeah, that's
we have just installed a super thank you on our YouTube page. Guys, you all been asking me in the comment section to...
Well, thank you so much, Frank. Yeah, he's guys, visit Frank's channel. Great conversation. As you guys can see, he opened up, you know, the eyes of the people. Well, Jude, welcome back. So Jude, what do you think about Frank saying Africa, you know, it's a disaster, the anger need to go and stuff, you know, all that, you know, talk against white people? What do you say? Because you said Cameroon is a crime scene.
I think the guy is actually on the same page with me, right? I kind of like the way he elaborate and talked on the similarities and differences between the African Americans and the Africans back home. The similarities in the sense that the same thing they are experiencing. You can hear me well, right?
Loud and clear.
The similarities in the sense that the same thing the blacks are facing in this country are the same things the Africans on the continent are facing on the continent. I think the only difference is that he gave was that the proximity of Black Americans closer to white people. That is the only difference, if I'm not mistaken. And exactly what is going on in Africa. Sometimes Africans sugarcoat a lot of things, and if you find out, it's mostly the Africans that have actually moved away from that continent, right? So them living here, they trying to make an impression that Africa is. They say you this dream of how Africa is, but that is the dream that they don't want to live in, you know. But that's the dream that they're selling to people.
But wait, you didn't. So when you got to Cameroon, you didn't want to stay?
Oh, come on. Even the air is dusty, man. Like the things that we left how many years ago is still in ruins. It's just change.
So Fabia didn't do any work.
Change is not forthcoming, and you know the people are just too slow for my likings. It's just things are not working. It's like the center cannot hold, you know. It seems like it's like a war zone that have been turned upside down, and Africans have never learned how to pick up the pieces and build things for themselves, you know. It's just a lot of, and it's not only Cameroon. When I see the geographical, African, the sphere, what is happening, it seems like it's just cut across the board.
So Zanu is right, because Zanu said there's trash everywhere. Is that what you saw?
Well, of course. The same trash that you left 10 years ago, you came back and it's still on the same spot. The trash cans that the people have put in place, out of a sudden it has become a place where people have turned it into a hole. It's just things are not working,
so the white men should come back and take over then.
FBA, if you ask me, right,
yeah.
I would tell you that Africans will have been better off if the white man was still controlling them, because the white people know how to do things right. They know how to mow their lawns. They know when it's ripe for the grass to be cut. They know how to put things clean in place, like, you know, making things look good. You know what I mean? Like, tell me, like, they know when things are ready to be done. Africans are those kind of people that need to be, like, they have to be a stick. Someone needs to be hitting them with a stick for them to do things right. Even if you hit them with a stick, if you are not careful, they might just still don't know how to do it, you know, because they feel like they are doing it, but they are not. Come on. It's like when I see Africans come on this panel and they are talking down on other blacks, I'm like, you guys have never been able to get your ass together. and you are telling people, other people, like as if you have built anything right for your own self. You know, most of the infrastructure that the white people left behind, Africans have never been able to maintain them. They have destroyed it. And it's not only in Africa. I was talking to a friend from United Kingdom. I think he's a white guy who went to India, and he went to New Delhi, and the infrastructures that the British left behind, this guy wept. I'm talking about a white guy wept because the
He wept.
infrastructure, bro, he wept. He stood on his knees and cried. The dilapidated. I'm talking about the white people took their time to design infrastructure. I'm talking about metro stations, railways in India. And when they left, these people have not been able to actually maintain these stations. Everywhere looks nasty. Beds, people sleeping on. Oh, come on, man. Come on. It seems like.
Yeah, let's bring in Paulo. Paulo, welcome back to the Afridamus Report.
But you guys should be thankful to have a white man come over and actually help you guys change from one level to another. That's just it.
That's you guys heard it from Judah himself. Paulo, welcome to the Afridamus Report. Paulo,
How are you?
Did you hear the conversation between Frank and Dave?
Yeah, man, I did. I was.
All right. So, what do you think about it? And also, do you want to add on to what Judah is very frustrated with what he saw, you know, recently in Cameroon, and he said Africa needs to, you know, like just to be wiped out completely.
Yeah.
So,
I'll talk about both. The video, the conversation. For me, that conversation was the perfect example of how, in this case, Black Americans and Africans should talk and conversate. You know, there were two intelligent guys that they weren't agreeing necessarily
with each other. You can agree to disagree, but you're right. You know, the conversation, you know, we all enjoyed it and learned a lot from it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I wish all the conversations were made like that. I was watching you in the other day at Chaotic, kicking, yeah. Loved it as well. I loved it because you said what you said on that debate. You said many truths, many things that were truth, and you did a good job. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I hope you do it again, man. Okay.
Yeah, but continue. I'm gonna take this call while you talk.
Yeah. On Judah, on what Judah said. Judah, you from Cameroon?
Yeah, where you from?
I'm from Angola. I'm speaking from Angola.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to push back a little bit of what you said, because what you're talking about, the description you're making, is probably from Cameroon. You know, there's different circumstances and countries in the continent. You know, some countries are doing well.
Which country, brother? You're talking to a political analyst. You're talking to someone that have studied Angola. You know, majority of Angola, the people that are ruling Angola right now as we speak are the Portuguese that are ruling Angola as we speak. Majority of the Portuguese are when you go to Luanda is the capital city of Angola. When you go over there, the people that you see, the infrastructure are all run by the YT guys from Portugal. That's where they go and spend their money for vacation. My brother, you talking to someone that got IQ about all African countries. Put them on the silver platter, I tell you. Your former president that died in power. When he died, his daughter who embezzled half of Angolan currency went and established herself in Portugal. What are you talking about?
But Judah,
Angola is better than the YT people building.
Judah, do you think you gave up because, like, you know, you guys are ruled by like
a 92-year-old?
Yeah.
That's not the fact. That the fact is that I'm not condoling with what is happening in Cameroon,
Right.
but Africa is a disaster, and that's why
No,
when
I
I talk
disagree.
to Africans, they try to make themselves as if, oh, it's your country that is not doing better. Mine is doing better because the white
Right.
man built and left it, which is not
Judah,
that is being short-sightedness. That's
Right.
being
Judah,
short-sightedness. You are
allow,
comfortable with what the whitey left behind because you are
Ju-
feeling good with it. But yet,
no,
oh, it's not us, it's them. You see, he kind of differentiate himself because he's from Angola. You know, it's not
Hold on.
us.
Let
Our
him
own is better.
respond.
Judah,
Let him
Judah,
respond.
you're just shooting, and you're not listening. If you can listen for 1 or 2 minutes, maybe you'll learn something. What you said about the Portuguese ruling Angola is not true. You know, Angola has relationships with as every country, yeah, with many countries in the world, and Portugal, as a country who was connected to Angola for 500 years, has relationships, economic, personal relationships with Angola. They're not ruling Angola. Okay, they might have companies and whatever in Angola, like other countries have. You know, so what you're saying is not correct. You know, and what I'm trying to tell you is that it's something that goes within what Afrodemus was saying about that many African countries are doing well because they understand what is necessary to make a country work. You know, um, what you say is true, Afrodemus. We have to stop with this hate the white man thing and learn with them. That's what we need to do to make Africa great again, like Trump would say, or something
Right.
like that. You know, that's what we need to do. We need to forget all this complex about white people and the brown people and yellow people, whatever, and learn from the best. That's what we need to do. That's the most
Absolutely.
important.
It's a
Yeah,
sign of intelligence to
yeah,
learn from the best.
yeah, yeah. That's the most important. Yeah.
Uh, Judah, Judah. So you are saying, but Judah, you are saying, they cannot change the people's mind and get the people to work properly.
No,
Oh,
no, 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 no. Africans have become old in their mentality, and it's hard to and they have been with it, and it's hard to straighten them up.
so what do you think? Do you think shipping Africans out to white countries would help?
Yeah, and that's another thing that I want to thank not thank but for Africans to for things to work in Africa, you have to clean out this generation, wipe them out for some reason, you know. Or
Like,
and
you mean like ethnic cleansing?
they have to be cleansing. I mean, from Angola all the way to the south, all the way to east, west. You have to take these people out. I mean, because this guy is telling me he is talking from Angola, but you know he is lying, right? Because it's actually hard for Africans to actually stay on the continent and talk about I'm reporting from Angola. You know he is not. He's reporting from Portugal.
I think
That's
I
the
think Paulo, you in Angola, right?
Yeah,
that
I'm talking from Angola. Yeah.
Portugal will be a place where they go every month because that's where their people will be at. But what I'm telling you is, African is, you see, I think I was talking to someone. You see how when people said, the black people or the white people left UK and went to Australia, right, and built Australia.
Right.
You should be
And
thankful
South
that
Africa.
but you should be thankful that the white people did not also discriminate, because they also took out Africans and took them to the Caribbeans, and now the black Africans are the majority in these countries, so they kind of build these other places and own it. So the white people did not only discriminate by shipping their own people to Australia to take over, they also gave Africans the opportunity and ship them overseas and
You
give
got
them
a good
certain
point. You
places.
got a good point. Yeah.
You know, and they took over majority of the black majority of the countries in Caribbean. Majority are blacks from Africa. And that's a good thing that the white man did. So when people are coming here and say the white man is the white man is bad, the white man, come on, man. People should that mentality is different. Africans should learn from the white man. The white man did good things, and I wish if Africans were fast learners, Africans
So,
will have moved from a different level, but it's not.
so sorry, Judah. Just to tell you one thing, you're contradicting yourself. You were talking
No,
bad
no,
about the white Portuguese just now, and now the white man is a good.
no. I'm not talking bad. I was talking bad because you came in and say your country is better. It's not all
No,
African
no, no,
countries,
no.
but I'm telling you that
That's not
Portugal,
what I said.
Angola was built by the Portuguese. So why it was built by the Portuguese? Because they overstayed their welcome in Portugal, in
You don't
Angola.
know.
When did
You don't
Angola
know
gain
nothing about
independence?
Angola.
Hold on, hold on. When did Angola gain independence?
1975.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the white man over, and that is the same reason why Africans are still clamoring for the white. Most African people will tell you that they wish the white man will have overstayed in Africa, so they will have built Africa before they left, and that was what they did in Angola. They built Angola before they left. And ever since they
They
left,
never left, my friend.
the infrastructure that they left behind in Angola is what Angolans are still leaning on. The railway lines,
That's not
most
true.
of the things that they built is what you guys are still leaning on. And that's a good thing.
Well, it's a good thing, but it's not true what you're saying. We have 50 years of independence as Allah was built in that time, you know. So it's not really true what you're saying. You really need to update yourself, man.
But I'm telling you the fact. You just not agreeing. We have gotten a lot of Angolans on this panel. You're not the first. One of my best
Okay.
friends from Gina's panel was from Angola.
Okay.
You just came on YouTube new, but I'm talking to
So
Angolans. I have them as friends.
okay, in that case, ask your Angolan friend what has the Angolan government done in the last 20 years in housing, for example. Ask them. Ask them what has the uh, Angolan government said. We just inaugurated our new international airport less than a month ago. Okay, and we have been building new airports in the last 15 years. So ask them, and they'll tell you. They'll tell you.
All right, let's bring in Kwame. We got new speakers. Kwame, welcome to the Afridamus Report.
Hey, I say Afrodamas. I say to the panel.
What language is that, Kwame?
Man, this guy's from Gambia. Man, you gotta speak his language, bro. What are you talking about? He's a sneaky warrior, man.
That's from the Yoruba language. It's from the Yoruba language.
So Kwame, did you listen to the conversation between Dave and Zanu?
I'm listening to it. It seemed like Africans really can't do nothing without the white man. And I
Only
know,
Africans?
yeah. Only
Okay,
Africans.
elaborate. Because the conversation, is FBA's can't neither. The Caribbeans, obviously, we're seeing. So it seems like a black world thing. But I want to hear your take on it.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at places like South Africa.
Yeah, but Kwame,
With
I mean, the conversation was Black Americans and Africans. Do you listen to the show?
I'm catching
Oh, okay.
the tail end of it. I'm looking at places like South Africa where you got the doula running wild. They kicking out Zimbabwe's.
Yeah, but what we're saying is, right? Okay, the conversation, what they were talking about is, he's saying he noticed this because how, like, the conversation is FBA thinks they are the only ones with these problems. So Zanu laid it out to show proof that no. You have is the same problem across the black world,
Oh
including
yeah. I
Africa.
agree with that. I
Yeah,
think the black.
so he laid it. That's what he's laying out. It's not like Africa.
Oh yeah, the people that subscribe to FBA, they just as delusional as the continental Africans too. Like most of these FBAs, they up under the white man nuts, and they're trying to take credit for what the white man built. It's no different than the people in South Africa that's telling the Zimbabweans go build your country when they was in apartheid, when people had cell phones. So the black race is a delusional race right now. We're filled with tribalism. We haven't built anything at value yet. we're still buying stuff from white people. Like, you know, I just watched a couple African countries bought some Boeing 777s. I'm like, wow, some of these African countries been free for nearly 65 years. They don't they can't find any, you know, they can't build any aircraft or military weapons for themselves. They you know what I'm saying? So I think the black race, man, we need a renaissance.
So do you think, like Judah said, and I have suggested that in the past, that like the white man left too quick, they need to come back and recolonize the place. Is that what you're suggesting then?
Yeah. Yeah. I think the white man need to bring back slavery. I think that's the only way uh, I think that's the only way black
That's
people
what
get.
Judah
Hey,
said
yo,
too.
man, that's wild.
Cause think about no, for real, think about it. I think the
Let
white
the
man
man speak. Let him speak.
I think the white man took the whip off our backs and took the chain off our necks just a little too early. We got a little too excited. We start beating our chests at each. Look at us. You got Africans. They pointing fingers at the Caribbeans and African Americans. Like, you guys were slaves. You guys were slaves. And the mere fact that Africa went through the biggest brain drain in human history, where you literally had Africans selling out other Africans. The white man need to put his foot back on our necks, man. I'm
But
telling you, look what's going on in South Africa.
uh,
You got the white people in Cape. They're now, you know, fighting for Cape independence while the doodle is going on. How sensible that is. That'll be like
But
Africans
but
in.
but Kwame, what do you think about this point where, like Zanu said, instead of blacks, not only here in America, but even uh, in Africa, he said the biggest issue is these countries have made, they want create permanent enmity between, themselves and their former colonial, you know, masters, instead of just being cool and interact with each other as normal, so they can have, economic interactions, infrastructure. For example, like the U.S. bombed Japan, but the Japan is cool with the U.S. They bombed Vietnam, they are cool with them. So um, he's saying all this blackity black talk, like somebody like Malema, you know, like Africans blame the colonialists, the blacks here blame the white man. He said instead of that, just be friends with white people and work together. What do you think about that?
I don't think that can happen because the white man has figured this out. He knows that we are inferior to them. He know that we are scared of him.
No, 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 no. Well, we've proven that they are not. Blacks are not afraid of the white man. They just
Why
want.
you say that?
That's
How
the
so?
because if blacks were afraid of the white man,
They're
no
speaking
black
French.
would remain in America. They would have left.
Brother, the black man in America is afraid of the white man. Listen, after black people got free in America during the civil rights, we literally the whole world watched black people in America get spit on, chased by dogs, and hit up with water hoses. And it was nothing happened after that. The black man in America, in the Caribbean, in the continent of Africa is petrified of the white man. You
I don't
see
agree with
right
you,
now,
brother.
you see Tinubu right now. He put sanctions on the Sahel countries, but he's on his knees begging Trump not to airstrike his country. That is not bravery. That is not strength. That is cowardly. We're not. We have
Bro,
no
you
resentment. It's
gotta read
all.
that
Kwame,
comment, bro.
Hold on, Afrodamas. When you hear black people talk about, oh, we want to fight the white man, it's just talk, brother.
Oh yeah, I know
It's
that
not
part.
real
It's
act. It's not real action, brother. It's
right.
just
Kwame,
talk.
Kwame, can I just ask you something?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, why would black people have to fight with white people? Why would they? Or let's say in Africa, for example, why would we need to fight with white people instead of working close to
Yeah.
them?
I mean, no sane person with a brain is gonna know about history and not seek some type of retaliation or gain.
But what's there to
No, no, no.
retaliate on?
Yeah, exactly. Good question. What's
Uh,
there to
I,
retaliate?
I mean, you, Africa was colonized. People
The-
was G
Kwame,
side
Japan,
you're
deleted.
American?
Japan was
True.
nuked.
Bombed by
Two
the
nukes.
Americans. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Japan ain't go through what Africa went through, brother. That
Kwame.
what Africa went through,
Mhm.
You
nobody
mean
in human
no
history
no
has
no no
went through
no
that.
no, Kwame. I think you're just
Mm.
exaggerating. And we're talking about nuked. The
Mhm.
only
Right.
place where nukes were dropped.
And
Mhm.
how many people was deleted in Japan
Yeah, but
after they got
I mean,
nuked?
A lot
Afrodamus
of people.
wasn't.
A lot of
A
people.
lot of people.
A lot
But
of
No,
they
people.
they
just give
still
me like
feel they still feel
estimate.
the effect.
No, just give
Yeah.
me an estimate how many people got was
Uh,
deleted.
10,000 people at least, or more.
Oh,
Yeah,
way
but
more
we
Right.
was.
than
Or
that.
more. Yeah.
Way more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brother, 6 million Africans died just in the Middle Passage. Just six
We don't
that
know
alone.
that.
Oh, that's
We
true.
don't know
No,
that.
that's documented. That's documented.
Now, look again.
What?
Uh, Even if that's documented, right?
Right.
Um,
That's not the point.
what can you do? Like if those people died, they died.
Mm.
You know, their
Mhm.
But
time
after
came,
that, let me
and
make a
they are of no use to the
let me
world
give you an
anymore.
example, right? White people are still mad that Haiti got free.
No,
Like
they're not.
no,
White
let me
people
show
are
you.
not mad.
Listen, for instance, I posted a picture of Dessalini on Twitter around Haitian Flag Day, and you should have seen the white people in the comment section how angry they was. They still upset about that.
Did you the
What?
Haitian Revolution, quote unquote, is a failed one. It failed.
Yeah, but you
No,
asked
no.
like which white people you talking
It
about?
failed. That's
That's
because
No matter
good
if
question.
they was
it's a,
French,
it's
Zongo,
not it's
English,
not a
it didn't matter.
it was in like okay, like if you look at it, the people, the Celine and the people who were leading it, these were already people who were in the French army. The French trained them. Okay, they were
Right?
in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
army. And the honest truth is, if anybody thinks it's like Haitians beat Napoleon's army, you are crazy. You're 100% crazy. Okay, that's
I
not what
mean,
happened. The leader, he ended
France
up in
lost their money.
France. Hold on,
France
he
lost
ended
most
up
of their
in
economy
France.
when they lost Haiti.
I get that. They took him. He came down and they guillotined him. Did you know that?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, okay. So these were already
Oh, they let
people,
him go. They let him go.
Yeah, yeah. Huh?
They let him go.
No, they guillotine, like separate your neck from your body.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, really?
I think you're
Oh yeah.
confused with Toussaint with
That's where
Tucson,
that's
Dessalini.
Tucson Lavater, right?
Yeah, it wasn't
He,
Dessalini. It wasn't
yeah,
Dessalini.
okay. But what I'm saying, both of these people, these generals,
Dessalini got killed
they
by
were,
his own people. He got
yeah, they
deleted
were
by his own people.
right, but they were in the French army. So
but
the
Afrodamus, where was
reality is,
Napoleon killed? Where was he killed?
oh,
He wasn't killed.
Napoleon
He
wasn't
wasn't
killed there.
poisoned. He was
Napoleon
poisoned, I think.
was exiled.
Yeah, exactly.
Afrodamus, for you to
Yeah,
say
after
first of all,
Santa Elena.
France lost their biggest colony that produced probably 60% of their
yeah,
economic. To the
but they
point
had
that
to
they had to
still. What I'm saying.
sell their territory in America. That's where you get the Louisiana Purchase.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's not because of that. Like because
It
of the
is.
war in Haiti, Napoleon was fighting lots of other wars. Don't
Yeah, he
forget
was
Mhm.
fighting
that.
the English and things
Yes,
like.
the
But
Russians.
The
He was
Russians, yeah.
fighting. He was fighting lots of other
Okay.
wars.
The
So
Portuguese.
literally, in
Afrodamus.
Haiti, what happened in Haiti is just former French soldiers who happened to be black that revolted against. It's a mutiny, pretty much. It's a mutiny.
Afrodamus.
That's why the revolution failed, because Haiti never, really became a nation. They didn't know how to run it. It was a slave colony.
Afrodamus. If Taiwan right now switched from America to China, it would be devastating to America. So you can't
We
say
don't know
that
that. We
oh
don't know
it
that.
didn't Haiti revolution didn't affect France when they
No,
lost
what I'm
60% of their
saying,
economy.
did Haiti had to pay the reparations.
They did.
Then that's why I said it's a failed revolution. Let's bring in Zongo. Go ahead, Zongo. You know, the only way if you winning is you win, you take all, you know, for example, like the US won in World War II. They dropped nukes on Japan, you know, they went into Germany and you know
Did they
dropped
have to pay
bombs.
reparations?
Who, the US?
Yeah,
No,
you're lying,
no.
brother. They had to. They had to.
To who, sir? US didn't have to pay. No, who did they
They had
pay?
to pay reparations to the Japanese that was in
Are you
America.
talking about the people who were interned? Those were American Japanese
Japanese,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, and they also
Who?
had to
No,
rebuild
hold
Japan.
on. It's called the Marshall Plan. They built, you know,
Europe,
Europe as
yeah.
well.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, so
that's the
that's
point.
not really a
Hold on,
win.
hold on. That's a win because you know that means if it doesn't, it's not forever enmity. You know,
Plus,
they dropped bombs and Japan surrendered, Germany
yeah,
surrendered, you know, and they helped them rebuild again. That's
yeah.
the whole point. That you know.
Afrodamas, they dropped the
No,
bomb.
hold
They
on,
had to
hold
pay
on.
reparations to Japanese
No, no, no,
citizens
no,
in
no,
America
sir,
and
sir,
rebuild Japan.
sir.
Yeah, but
There's no
a
Those
difference
small
than
number.
Haiti
hold
paying
on,
reparations to our
hold
friends.
on,
No
hold on.
difference.
Those the Japanese who were interned, okay,
Hmm.
because just simply because they are Japanese, right?
Yeah.
They compensated them back. Again, that's the right thing. That's the whole thing we're saying here. The US is not building the permanent enmity, but like you're talking about, oh, 6 million people died in the Middle Passage. People you've never met, you have no proof of, even if, you know, the point is, if Japan and others, Germany are like, no, the US is still our enemy. You think US would have given them the Marshall Plan and helped build the place? That's
Yes,
the,
and it's well documented that 6 million Africans died in the Middle Passage. That's not me pulling
okay.
up the numbers out my ass.
Okay. Then, what do you want to do about this?
I would rather retaliation, but I see that the black
How
race
do
is
you?
not
No,
the black
hold on,
race is
hold
not
on,
Like, Kwame,
hold on.
influenced.
Kwame didn't listen to the show. He didn't listen. He didn't
I
listen to
don't
the
think
show.
he. Yeah, he didn't listen.
I'm trying to catch a quick synopsis.
No,
I just quote
I don't.
what the brothers was talking about.
I
So I
don't
was
think
just
you. I don't think you listened. I see that. But let's bring in Zongo. Go ahead, Zongo.
Yo, first of all, greetings to you. Greetings to your panelists. Greetings to the chat, and greetings to the future viewers of the show. Well, that's a very nerve-wracking show today to some Africans, right? Whoa, yeah, yeah.
Why you say that, Zongo?
Because those shoot, man, that was a lot of tension. It's a lot of truth in the conversation, right? But I wanted to put it this way. First, Zanu made a comment in reference to the AES deciding who they want to ally themselves militarily with. Well, Afridamas,
You mean Burkina Faso?
Burkina Faso, and the allied countries, right? I mean, it's their country. They have the prerogative to decide their own destiny. If they don't want to work with you militarily, that's their own prerogative. And after they've made that decision, now they say, hey, everybody is welcome to do business with us. According to what I heard from St. James, he's not saying that, hey, I just want only like Russia in my country. I don't want other countries, other
No,
European.
but what Zanu said
Mhm.
about the saying it's just propaganda, nothing is working.
Yeah, I mean, but he just speaking in terms of what Black Americans in America are reacting to is based on the propaganda that's on social media. I'm
Okay.
talking about like the reality on the ground. It's their own prerogatives.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they
Yeah.
can all decide who they want to work with. Now, if they decide to invite everybody, and some countries choose not to come, then it's up to them. They probably don't want them to succeed. But the second point that I also want to make is that yes, I mean I think a lot of these countries on the continent um, do know have do suffer from like skilled people leading them. Uh, We don't have. They don't have the expertise.
Zongo, I think you're missing it. He's saying the
Mhm.
African ain't got it to build. They just ain't got it. It's not
I mean,
about skill. He said that we don't got it like that.
no. That I mean, that's not.
He said this is everywhere. And Zongo, name one
Mhm.
successful black country everybody's running to, not minus South Africa that the whites built. Name it.
Oh, there isn't. And my point I'm trying to
Where?
say is, no, I don't have any.
But how come?
Yeah, but I'm not coming to that conclusion because a lot of these countries, like you live in America, we live in America. We know America is run by a certain group of white people, the one with the skills, not some Tom, Dick, and Harry white
Yeah,
person
but
knows. But
Zongo, that's what
can I make
he's
my
saying.
point? I'm speaking to the audience. And I'm
Okay, go
speaking,
ahead.
yeah.
I just wanted to, so you can speak to what he actually said,
Uh-huh.
but go ahead.
Yeah, because I just wanted to bring a new perspective to the conversation, right?
Yeah, but you gotta say what tackle what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's saying none of them were able to build. So what is the solution to bring them back?
Well,
And I'm
Zongo,
saying,
Judah gave you the solution.
no, hold on a second, don't bring them back. First, don't bring them back.
Wait, don't bring who back?
The colonists, don't bring the colonies back first.
But Zongo,
Or,
Zongo,
wait.
Zongo. Sorry,
Can I
sorry,
make my
Zongo.
can I make my point first, please?
Just to tell you something, the whites
All
never
I'm
left
saying,
Africa. No.
yeah, I know. I mean, the point I'm trying to say is that a lot of our people on the continent, they don't know how to run things, right? So they need the skills and expertise from people who have the experience of running things. If there's this transfer of skills and knowledge, and they give them the chance to go and do shit, and they are unable to do that, then we have the right to say, okay, it looks like it's part of the DNA. They just can't run shit. They probably can run villages, but they can't run modern nation states. Is it fair to say that?
Zongo,
I think that's the point where I'm
when
coming
has
from.
Africans built in steel?
What'd you say?
When has Africans ever built in steel?
Can you
Building
rephrase
still.
your?
No, he's asking you, when has Africans known to use steel to build? Like, modern cities, you need steel to build with.
Hmm.
So he's asking you, when has, because you would have to have done it to go off of that.
Yeah,
So
but it doesn't matter. But now
that's
people
what
are.
he's asking.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. But now people are doing it now. People are using steel to build structures in the continent right now.
Right,
So it doesn't
I
matter
know
if
that.
you are known for knowing how to do or not. There's a lot of countries, even in Europe, that didn't know how to do nothing, but
Right.
they've learned how to do from somewhere. So you still, at the end of the day, the knowledge started from somewhere, and people went
But
to learn
Zongo,
from.
like Zanu was saying, he said,
Hmm.
instead of all these blaming the white man, why don't you just let that anger go and work with the white man?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
That
I
way
mean,
you can learn and get the skills.
exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But a lot of
Okay.
times, the mistake that a lot of us do is that even when we just come and have formal education. After that, formal education alone is not enough. You need the
Well,
hands-on experience. Oh man,
well,
after that,
I mean, talk about you. See these hands. These hands can build. These hands are built with the white man. Continue to build.
the hands-on experience is not enough. A lot of the leadership on the continent, they're just academic leaders. Most people cannot really. They know how to run maybe institutions, but they can't really build stuff on the continent. That's why once when you get to the continent, nothing really works. The road is not built properly. There's challenges with managing waste. The society is not properly organized. It's just dirty. If
Zongo,
there's
let me
if
Zongo.
there's not
Hold on,
editing on
let
the
him finish. Let him finish.
if there's no if someone is doing a video and there's no editing, oh my gosh, it's just too cringy to watch.
So
You
what
know?
am I is fooling us?
Oh come on, man, that's fooling, man. Come on, man. Oh, that's not, man. That's a bunch of
Zongo,
yeah.
you have Elon Musk. He's focused on getting to Mars, and Africans can't even build roads. Can't
That's
even
wrong.
build
Well,
Man,
roads.
come on, man.
Kwame,
That's
Kwame.
wrong.
That's why I say, Kwame, you did not listen to the show. Say another another another
Point.
mistake that he talked about is blacks, they suffer because they keep comparing themselves to white men. You're not in the same league. You're right.
Yeah, you know,
You
you
know,
gotta acknowledge. You
yeah,
gotta acknowledge
yeah,
that reality. You're
but
not
yeah,
in the same league
you
with them.
gotta get real. It's not even a competition.
Yeah, it's
So
not.
But
so
For
so
me,
ba- so basically,
wait, wait.
the
Can
black
I finish?
race is in
Can I finish?
JV, while the
Can
white
I
man
finish?
is
Can I
in,
finish my
you
point?
know.
Can I finish my last point?
well,
Sorry.
because this is a white thing. White people operate that way. They build that way.
Yeah, can I,
So it's like telling bringing a fish and expecting the fish to climb a tree. But go ahead, Zongo.
yeah, I mean, my last point is like, if you really want to get there, you have to embark on, steep cultural change, because you can't expect the goal that you want without adjusting to the current cultural state in the continent. A lot of the reason why the continent or most Black Americans over here are having a steep impediment is because of the cultures. The youth, the younger ones, they listen to those uh dirty music, and everybody want to emulate stuff like that. On the continent, they grew up eating those African dishes.
Yeah, but Zongo, Judas said there's no hope. He said wipe out the current generation.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, Judah made a very valid point, because the current leadership, right?
No, he said the generation itself, not the
No, I mean,
leadership.
no, but that's what he means. The people who are in charge right now.
Judah, can you clarify it?
Because I mean, because what she means, it has to be the ones who are early of
Let him.
power.
He's here. Let him tell you
No, no,
himself.
of course, he's saying it. Yeah, like
Okay.
things that are happening. Those guys
Yeah,
just
yeah.
need something to be cleaned out.
Because
Exactly.
they've
So
been used to the old ways of doing things. Because like now they have new, vibrant youth people that can really do shit, but their mentality
But who's
doesn't
going to
align.
make them do it though? Who?
Who's gonna make them do it?
Yes.
I mean, that's the challenge, because you know,
That's where the white man comes in.
like I don't
That's
see
what.
any, culture of having to build a huge organization. To be able to manage. To come to like to have to build a party to be able to, to rule a new
Yeah,
modern
but
state.
if the a culture have to have the structure, right?
Hmm.
That's what Zanu is saying. So if you're saying they build it, who? Like you gotta have a group who are already they are structured. This is how they are, and somebody have to look at them and learn from them. So when you say, yeah, you can remove those guys there, but who is going to teach these people to do this?
The ones who are known to have done it, has to be
They're not gonna listen to them.
they're gonna listen to them.
In fact,
Oh,
they would block them.
okay, yeah. So it means that it's gonna end up being a stalemate, anyways. But anyway, I mean, that's the point I'm trying. The point I'm trying to say is that if the current corporate leadership leaves, and they can have new generation with fresh ideas, but that alone cannot be achieved if the same education continues, because it
that
means that the younger ones are still going to learn from what the older generation did. Nothing.
that
Cycle is going to continue. It's not. It's never going to
exactly
change. It's never.
exactly. Can I ask something, please?
Go
And,
ahead.
and what you're actually saying is right, because the take for instance, right, the leaders that you currently have in Africa, most of those guys studied overseas, so they had the same thought and the same perceptions like us right now. Most of those guys like Paul Biya studied in a French university. He was one of the top guys. If you watch one of his old videos when he was 29, he was telling you how Africa needs to change. You need to go back and take over Africa and, change the colonization system and all of that. And out of a sudden, these are the same people. So the circle doesn't change because the system in place is what these stooges are still doing. They are still reading through the books. Unless certain things get cleaned out, and then you can have those changes, because now you have all these young guys president. See what is happening in Senegal and all of these other places. These guys
Yeah,
are
but
young
that
guys,
guy's
but
not doing. But that means nothing there.
exactly. So
And
you can have the young guys, but it still doesn't gonna
yeah,
change anything.
but lastly, I wanted to add this point because most like the countries are practicing democracy, but they really don't understand democracy. It's not part of their culture. Like they want to shut people down. Like they don't want people to express their views. If you speak against, it's like and there's a lot of bureaucracy. Things really it doesn't get done. It's just a lot of impediment, stifling progress and development on the continent. So I
Yes,
mean,
keep
there's a
talking.
lot of
I'll be right
challenges.
back.
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges on the continent, and nothing is really done. And a lot of times when I watch videos,
So Zongo, Africa
oh
is just
man,
a failure.
no, it's not. I mean, they still got to hope for the best.
No. It's a failure. Even the impediments that you are talking about, like this guy from Angola. Do you know that Angola only do businesses with countries in Africa that speak Portuguese? So an Angola person sees a person from Mozambique more as his brother because they speak the same colonial language than they
Yeah,
see
yeah,
a person from Congo. Than they see bro, let me finish. Than they see a person from Zambia. I was talking to a Zambian person, and he says it's hard to get into Angola because they hardly do business together, despite the fact that these two people share border, but they
yeah.
hardly
You're
do
right.
businesses together. But an Angola person actually does business with Mozambique. So Africans are the
Yeah,
ones that are
I mean,
causing
Judah has
all
a
these
point because even
impediments.
recently, there's one president from one of the islands on the continent, right? He came to Ghana. And he was saying if they want to do a business with that island, I don't know, it was Madagascar, one of those countries, right? Like the shipment, the mode of shipment has to go back to Europe before it gets to Madagascar, man. And literally, the distance from Ghana to
Can
go
I
out to
just say
Madagascar
something
is very
about that?
close. Yeah,
Can I
go
just say
ahead.
something? Yeah, okay. The area I'm going to give you just a small example. The area where I sit in Angola, we are part of a regional organization called SADC. Within SADC, every citizen from those it's an organization with includes South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Mozambique, all the countries from the region. Everybody has visa-free travel on that area for people and trade. Trade
No,
is open.
it's not visa free. A Zimbabwean person need visa to go to South
No,
Africa.
no. Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Bro,
Can I
there are a
finish?
lot of YouTubers that have
Oh
you
man,
can't just be making
can I
points.
finish, my
Hold
man?
on, hold on,
It's
guys.
not
One
Can
visa
I
free.
finish? Okay,
One mic.
it's visa
Let him
free.
finish.
I cross into Namibia regularly, once or twice a year. Okay, visa free. I don't need to present anything. Okay. Angola trades with Namibia, with South Africa, with Botswana, with Mozambique, with Zambia normally. I don't know what you're talking about. Honestly, I don't know what you're talking about. In your area, the Afrodamos area, I think you guys have ECOWAS, isn't it? Afrodamos.
Well, I mean, I use the American passport, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Yeah. We use
don't.
ECOWAS in West
But
Africa. Yes, that's right.
that's regional blocks in Africa. But
That
in
was
our region, that's
like
how we
Yeah, I
that's how
mean,
we operate.
yeah,
So
but I think they use some of their black
okay,
stuff
yeah,
over there. I mean, we over here.
yeah,
So
yeah, okay, no, but what I'm just saying, just to finish, what I'm saying is what you guys are saying about the continent, in part, is true, but it's not completely true. There are countries that actually, for African standards, are doing quite well. So what I would advise you is to check exactly, to talk about specific countries, not to paint a broad brush to the continent, because the
No.
countries are
What
not the
specific
same.
countries? Angola is not doing
Oh,
well.
you
Cameroon is
come
not
with the
doing
Angola
well.
thing. Come
Congo
on,
is
man.
not doing well.
I live for 20
Nigeria
years
is
in
not
Europe.
doing
I live,
well. I
let me
mean,
just let me just finish.
hold on, guys. One mic, please. One
I lived
mic.
for 20 years in Europe, and I'm living. I came back to Angola 10 years ago. Okay, I wouldn't want to move to any other country or stay in another country than Angola. Okay, and I lived in Europe. I lived in UK. I lived in Portugal. I know Spain. I've been to everywhere, And I tell you, I rather be in Angola. I'm happier in Angola than in Europe, for example.
Wow, come on.
So you cannot generalize.
Well, Judah, he's telling you you can't
Come on,
say
man.
no.
Epidemics, how can you be so dumbfounded and say he's telling me? This is the guy that probably left his wife behind in Europe and moved back to Africa for one or two businesses, right? Because see, when Africans are moving back home, they are moving back home with a different mentality. I mean, a guy that left Europe and went back is not the same guy that have just lived his whole life in Africa. These are two different people. One, he's comfortable. He has made money. He's living a good life in Africa. So he is living comfortable. Exactly. But does it mean all Africans are living comfortable in Africa? No.
Of course
not. It's not true.
In Europe, are people do you have 100% of people living comfortably in Europe? No, you have poor people in Europe as well. In the US, don't you have poor people?
We do.
You do have it. You have poor people.
Paulo, you can't compare the poor people in America and Europe to Africa, brother. You can't.
Okay, I understand that. I understand that. It's different reality. But still, there are people struggling, let's say struggling in the US, in South America, in Europe, in Africa, and there's people who are actually doing well. Go check how people live in Namibia, even in South Africa, in Mozambique, in Botswana.
Or you're naming the countries the white man built.
White man built.
Yeah, you're naming the countries and the infrastructure the white man built.
Exactly.
You're right, and I get to the point where
even your country, Angola was built by the white man.
I just told exactly. I told him that.
We live better for that. We live better. We don't have a problem with that. We want to learn from the best, bro. That's what we need to do in Africa.
Paulo, that's what the Zanu was saying. See, the ones that do so well, right? You know, if you look at it, the white man stayed there longer. You know, like I've seen like Namibia, like some of Windhoek, man, it looks like Bavaria, like the
You know?
I mean, these guys they gained independence in 1975.
So the thing is, you're proving the point of what Zanu was saying is the places that the white man built, even in Africa, are the nicer places. That's what he was saying.
Asking where he lives in Angola.
That's what Judah was saying.
Asking where he lives in Angola, right? He's gonna tell you he lives in the capital city. I mean, and that might not be his village, right? Asking why he's not living in the village because it's not done.
What if he's not from the village?
No, he might tell you. Okay, where in Angola do you live, sir?
I'm actually not from Luanda. I live in Luanda, but actually I'm from a place called Wambo, which is 600 kilometers from Luanda, which is actually a very nice place.
So do you live there? Do you live in Wambo?
No, I don't live there because if you know, we had a civil war.
So you live in Luanda, right? You live in the capital city.
I don't live there because I have to move 20 something years ago because of the civil war. Sorry, more 30 years ago because of the civil war, and life went on, and so I made my life in Rwanda. That's it. But I continue to
yeah, but you were in Europe. You just came back. You should have moved to that place. That place is
you don't know my life, man. You don't know my life.
Afrodamus. Do you think the black race got some type of mental issue?
No, I don't think so. I think I don't think so. The thing is, it's like because when you comparing blacks to other people, then you would see a problem. But blacks are just living according to black nature, to be honest. I mean,
they like entertainment. I mean, I'm not gonna like.
That's just what it is. Because, for example, me, right? You don't hear me talking about all this. We build skyscrapers and all this stuff. You know, like I'm not. Like if you design it, I've worked in big buildings, you know, where we build these big buildings. I know how to do a lot of different things, but I learned all that from white people. You see, white people taught me that. That's not from, you know. So like the thing is, some groups are good at certain things. And white people are good at building these modern things we enjoy. So there's nothing wrong in admitting that and learning. That's what Zanu was saying.
What is the black race good at building?
If you learn and you do it better or even similar, people gonna praise you that damn.
Right,
Like people see China like 50 years ago, they weren't able to do nothing, but
yeah,
now
but
they see the
China, they have a lot of tiger, project, like um, people that's been there have told me.
Afridemos.
Yeah.
I went to Cameroon, right? And I was driving on this highway, newly highway that they constructed. And on a highway, these guys, they have a roundabout on a highway. And,
Like in Gambia, they have a bunch of roundabouts.
a
I know where
highway,
this is going. Go ahead.
a highway, they have a roundabout. And then you drive again, you have speed brake on a highway.
Oh,
And then I'm
speed bump,
asking,
yeah.
I'm asking myself, Africans, like, I mean, what is the mentality of road construction? I mean, when they classify road construction in Africa, do they know the levels between street, avenue and highway, building a roundabout for trucks to come and then continue? I mean, it just makes no sense. And when I went on Google Map trying to see other African countries, I realized that they had the same thing in Gambia, because I was looking, they had the same things in Nigeria, had the same thing in Angola. I'm like, what the heck is actually going
You
on?
can go
Like,
out of
so
that, man.
it's crazy how I'm just giving you the similarities of like how African reasoning. I don't know if they are being short-sighted or they just don't know how to do things right. And these are what that they will tell you is completed and done, but there's no common sense in it.
Don't
Judah,
generalize.
why do you think that is? Judah, do you think the same person is designing all these roads for these African countries? Like, what's going on? Now that you talk about the roundabouts, I'm like, wait, is this the same person that designed the roads in Gambia?
Oh, it's also in Gambia, right?
Yeah, they have roundabouts on the
highway.
Yeah, and from while I was visiting, there was a guy. I mean, talk about a simple roundabout. A roundabout, his car ended up into the, like climb over.
But after that, we have roundabouts in Washington State too. Come on.
Yeah, but not,
But not on the highway.
not on the highway. He's right about that. Not in the middle of the highway. And also another thing I noticed, you're gonna like, it's supposed to be residential, like the highway. So like you would keep driving. You keep driving so far. There's no exit. The exit is so.
But to kind of give.
But the exits are so far away. Like I'm like.
Yeah, to
come
kind of
on,
give
man.
a little more.
Who designed these roads, man? Like I get it. The road is smooth, but come on, can you put exits? Like don't just make it so far. Like I gotta do a UE and take another road. Like that's crazy, man.
To kind of give a little like clarity on that is that usually roundabouts is used in place of traffic lights, right? Traffic lights might take a lot of time. So roundabouts
in residential areas.
Replacement of it's the same thing. Like Washington over here, preferably they like to build roundabout instead of traffic.
No, but Zongo.
But
the Washington roundabout, that's not in the middle of that. Like you don't.
Yeah.
Not in the freeway.
Usually places that's not busy, like
right.
Exactly. I mean, also building roundabout in a busy place is also a problem, because their intersection is supposed to be intersection. So now roundabout causes a lot of traffic.
And Judah, do you ever see Judah, when you went there? Did the police also, like, they are everywhere? They cause traffic jam? Like
for them, when I tell you that Africa is a place where people need to avoid that continent.
Come on, Judah. I mean, come on.
No way, man.
Come on, Judah.
You gotta let Acha speak. He's still waiting.
Let me finish. Right, it's a place where Africans that have traveled overseas, they sell you this dream of, oh, Africa is good. But man, when I went there,
I had a great time when I was there.
There you go.
Afridemos, but the way they treated me in Cameroon is
But we're
way
talking about
bad than
Cameroon.
is way bad
That's
than how
Cameroon.
the white people treat me in America,
Hey,
man.
Jude,
Like,
Jude,
Yeah,
can you give
guys,
us
let
some
him finish. Guys, let him finish. Go
can you
ahead.
give us some example
bro,
of your treatment? Can you give us an example?
bro, the way they treated me in Cameroon is more than the way the white man treat me now. Well, matter of fact, as soon as I step my feet in Cameroon, right? Because I have American passport, so I don't have Cameroon passport anymore. So when I showed when I because when you come in, you have to show in your visa. Because when you go into Cameroon, they give you like say 3 months visa. Since you have an American visa, they don't accept dual nationality. So when you come in, it's like they want you to spend a
So Jude,
specific.
you gave up your Cameroonian citizenship now.
I mean, I mean, who should? I mean, every Africans have like that live overseas. They have double
Yeah.
national. They have taken over the European or American passport. But this was my experience, right?
Yeah.
As soon as
I have double nationality.
as
Hold
soon
on.
as I
Let
showed
him finish. Go ahead.
as soon as I showed my as soon as I took out the stuff out of my pocket, and because once you come in as an immigrant, as a visitor, you have to show in your proof of coming in into the country. So I gave in my American passport, and they look at it, and they sent me to one location. They said go this way. As soon as I turn around and go that way, I have to start entering from one room to another. And this one was asking me about the yellow fever. Did I take a yellow fever card? I said, no, I don't have it. I thought I was going to come in and get it. They said, no, for me to leave the airport, I need to have that card. So they charged me over like 50,000 K. That's $100 for me to do that yellow fever. And then as I moved to the next one, they were asking me about different other things. They were asking me about, there are certain things that are brought into the country like liquid. It's not supposed to leave the airport. They don't demand. Bro. So me leaving the airport, I have to spend over like $400-500 just over there with the
Oh,
police
wow.
officers. And then me getting like, because in Cameroon, like having a national identity card is like a real problem. So every few minutes stop, because of the way the country has been designed by the dictator in power. Every 1 mile away, police people are checking cars. So they stop you. They ask for everyone's to show their identity card. And if you don't have it, now that's a whole big money. They pull you on the
Oh,
side.
wow.
Either
Yeah, but
if you don't pay,
you are a foreign tourist with a visa. Why?
so they pull you on the side, right? So if you're in a car, they pull you on the side. If you don't give them almost like $200, you stand right there while the car that you came with is leaving. You stand till you pay them. You move to the next. So my movement was even there was a lot of
Restricted.
impediments. I couldn't travel because I don't have Cameroonian ID, and because also I wasn't white. Because if I was white, they could
No,
have
but
respected me as a
Jude, didn't
tourist.
you see the white? There's a white guy. He's you should have watched his travel video to Cameroon. You would have learned.
Yeah,
Everything you're saying. That's what happened to him.
there's even a
Yeah,
there's even a European
but
lady.
he had it rough because it was during the election period, right? So he had it rough. But what I'm saying is, me as a Cameroonian, right? It was more different. I couldn't
You
even
don't
walk
speak the
around.
language to them.
Huh?
You didn't speak the language to
Well,
them.
I speak the language, but they are strict on that national identity card stuff. Because even when I speak English, right, they could tell this guy is not from here. And when I speak English, because a lot of Nigerians are in the country, so we from the English part of Cameroon,
Oh, you
they
went to Amazonia.
bro, what should I be doing in the French part of Cameroon? I'm English Cameroonian. I spend time with
That's the
where things
problem they have
happen.
in Cameroon between francophones and anglophones. That's what he's talking about. The problem we have in Cameroon is between francophones and anglophones, and he's describing that. But that's not the problem of all of Africa, bro. That's not the
Bro,
problem of all
I'm
of Africa.
talking
Yeah,
about
but
my experience in
he's giving his example in
I'm,
Cameroon
I'm,
too,
I'm
man.
I'm giving you the problem is
We
not
all
the
live in our
problem is
national
not
IDs and we don't
So Jude,
experience
they
those
treated you
challenges.
like a kata.
bro, the problem is not English and French. Everyone has a national identity card that you have to carry. But because me being with an American passport, I cannot have that identity card anymore. So when we get pulled over, all what I could show was the American passport that I have. But now you could still go underground and meet 1 or 2 police officers and put them a little money and say you want, and they can give you. But they treated you bad. I mean, I'm really shocked how Africans can treat their own people bad. And this guy from Angola is even talking. There was a Ghanaian YouTuber that was driving motorbikes and going from one country to different. When he got to Angola, he also got treated bad by Angolans. So it's not only a Cameroonian thing; it's an African issue. Bodemaya have done videos how he was denied visas in certain African countries and how he got treated. So it's not. I mean, come on, man. I hate when people say, "Oh, it's not about my country. It's not about my." No, these are things that are happening in Africa, and it's just wrong for blacks to treat their own people bad, and white are instead treating us good in America. It makes no sense.
Thank you. Let's bring in Acha. Go ahead, Acha. Acha, are you there?
Damn, man, Judah, man, that was a quick synopsis of
Acha, are
a
you there?
travel visit to Cameroon, man. It's kind of like heartbreaking.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm not
Fidel.
even thinking of traveling back over there anymore till that guy passed out for some reason. But I wish Africa should be wiped, man, like clean, like
Man, when he die, ain't
things,
nothing gonna change. He just gonna
things.
pass it down to his family. Ain't nothing gonna
Exactly.
change.
He's gonna pass it down to 1 or 2, and it's the same thing that is happening in all African countries. I mean, come on, the guy Ruto, the guy that took over Kenya, is doing the same thing. This guy, come on, the lady in Tanzania, out
The
of a
same
sudden,
thing with Ivory Coast
Why?
and
Because
other places.
Magufuli died in Tanzania. This lady took over. Within 4 years, Tanzanians are chasing her out. She's not living. She stole the elections. She's still in power. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah,
So
let's
if
bring
this
in
guy is saying
Acha.
that Angola is apart from, so let's say Angola, which country? Oh man, I'm not Africa, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, Acha. Acha, unmute your
Yeah,
mic.
Fidel.
Acha, what do you want to add on to the topic here?
Yeah, I understand that guy's frustration. I understand a lot of people's on the panel's frustration. But the solution to the problem is not to create another dictatorship. So I've been listening for a while, and I'm just listening. And the real reason I called in, I think it's that same brother that said something that triggered me. Not triggered me in a negative way per se, but
Oh, from
that let
Zanu's
me call in.
conversation?
Yes, when he said that essentially you should just wipe Africa clean, essentially.
Oh,
Essentially,
yeah.
and I always said, I said it on this panel before. If someone states a problem to you and says there is no solution, they are talking about the final solution. And that's why I called in. So we have people on the panel, for instance, the brother that calls and he's defending Haiti and stuff. And he's saying white folks are racist, essentially. So you can't deal with white folks, essentially, right? Simultaneously, he is making racist statements about black people that the same racist white people, when I say racist white people, I don't believe all white people are racist. I don't even believe the majority of white people are racist. But you have a segment of the population, just like in the black population, that holds certain ideas that if they had the power, they would do the same thing that the mustache man did. And so my point of saying that is
it's already happened in
he's saying white people
Africa.
are racist, and then he's saying racist stuff about even black people. So he's against white people and black people at the same time.
Who?
This
You talking
brother,
about Judah? Judah is not
I think
against
it's
white
not
people.
Philippi, Kwame.
Kwame, my aunt,
Kwame.
This
Kwame, my
guy
aunt, right?
that just spoke
Kwame.
a second ago,
Yeah.
right? He goes to Cameroon.
Yeah.
Essentially, he's getting extorted the whole time. But the same guy is pushing an idea that white folks should take over the continent. It was better when they were there. And they had a system of extortion also, because apartheid essentially was a system of extortion.
No, apartheid meaning living separately
This
apart.
guy doesn't know what he's talking about,
Yeah,
man.
Brother,
I'm not even against it.
brother,
living
brother,
separately.
Hey, yeah,
Like,
come on,
brother,
man.
brother,
African is a
listen to
system
what
of
I'm saying.
extortion.
no,
Come on.
that's what it is.
Listen to what I
Yeah,
say. I
system
know
of
what I'm
extortion.
saying. I know what I'm saying. I'm not making this shit up. If you are on the panel talking about white folks who keep us in slavery, slavery is a system of extortion. You are extorting the labor of a people without proper remuneration. So you are arguing that you don't like Cameroon's system because you're getting extorted and the government has no means to protect your rights, or they don't desire to protect your rights, or whatever it is. And at the same time, you want to see a system come back where you just give white folks the power to do it rather than the dictator you have now.
Now
Yeah,
that's an
but
understatement. That's an assumptions, right? Because now when we talk of extortion coming from the people that you thought they look like you, that could actually do things right, but are not doing right. What the white people left in South Africa, don't get me wrong. Today, I'll tell you that what the white people left in South Africa is an epitome of perfection. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna repeat that again, an epitome of perfection in the sense that if you go to South Africa is built and well constructed. And most South Africans even tell you that they were happy when
Bro,
the white
Johannesburg is
were
a shithole now.
Johannesburg, Cape Town, these are the places that was built by the white man. And they tell you that these places were good when the white man was over there because it was well kept, well clean, well maintained, well, everything was lining. Things couldn't fall on the ground. People
Then
weren't
the
selling
black
on the
man took
street.
over and now it's a shithole.
And the white and the black people took over, and you go to South Africa, everywhere is becoming junkies. People selling on on court centers and all of that stuff, man. What are you talking about? And when we say the white people take over, because this is the thing, you're talking from a point of, and you live in United States, if I'm not mistaken, right? If they take your eyes back to Haiti or to where you come from, you might not want to go over there because the people that you left behind have not been able to build. But you came to a place where the white people forced black people to build, and things are looking right and perfect. So you loved it here. So you can
Yeah.
you can say it, but you cannot do the walkings. And these are the kind of Africans that want to avoid people that talk too much, but they don't do the walkings, right? Because you claim that, oh, you know what is going on, but you don't. Because you are short-sightedness, you don't have the ample perfection to do things for your own self. And that's why the white man will still continue to dominate you and feed you. But now,
Can I?
those of us that have seen what the white people have done right, we are telling you that they did right. You go to India today, Indians are complaining that the infrastructures that the white man left behind the British belt, most of the bridges that you saw in India that constructed between bridges have been left ruined by the Indians because they couldn't maintain it. This British guy went and was crying that, wow, our infrastructure that we left behind, Indians have not been able to maintain it. Come on, man. Come on.
all right,
The white
Let
people
me
for
just
some
make this
reason
one.
do
Let
too
me just
good.
make this one point. Listen, the
and
black
after
man.
you, we have American man.
Right.
Go
The,
ahead.
listen, the black man mind, no matter if he's in America, the Caribbeans, or the continent of Africa, is stuck in the Bronze Age. He cannot grasp the global structure of the world. He cannot grasp it. The black man is stuck on tribalism while the whole world is stuck on racism. And that's just the God honest truth. We we've we more focus on fighting other African people, other black people, tearing each other down than on STEMs, technology, science, and things like that, and building infrastructure. We're stuck on tribal warfare, fighting over cows, on which cow could graze where, and things like that. We
Man, that's really
Brother,
depressing though. Like,
let the man talk.
But
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 it's for
that was when the white people were in Africa, there was no tribal fight because things were going well. They were building stuff. It's only when they let that tribal fight started. Even in America, when African Americans were segregated in their own neighborhood, they couldn't build anything for themselves till when the white man say, "Okay, come over and let's interact." That was when things started happening. When the
Man,
Jim Crow
hey, Tito,
laws
be careful,
were
man. Be
put in.
careful, man. They built Oklahoma City, man.
Oh,
Hold on, guys.
come on.
Let's
The
bring
build
The
need to be
Black
just
Wall
Man, you
Street.
rebuilt.
talking
The
about
Black Wall Street.
Zongo? Tulsa was
Those walls
one
were not
road.
ruined by the white team, man. It was ruined by blacks because they turned it into a drug lord centers. And that's the thing that we are saying. Blacks in general, not only black Americans, but blacks
Let
in
me just
general,
touch on one thing. Let me
have
just
not
touch
been
on one
able
thing
to
for
put things right.
Let me
All
just
right,
touch
let's
on one
bring in
thing.
American Man. Hold on.
Thomas, can I speak after? Thank you.
No, after American Man, he was here before you. Then we'll go to Harald Man. Go ahead, American Man. American Man.
Afrodamus, yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
I
coming.
almost fell asleep after you sent me the case of lion cheeks. I had one and I almost went to sleep. But thank you. Right now I'm awake.
Oh
You
my
know,
God. Oh my God. Go ahead.
listen, right? Listen, right. I watched the Frank Zanu and Dave Anderson interview last night. Actually,
Oh yeah, what do you think about it?
I think Frank Zanu was correct, right? Because even you know, as much as people don't want to point it out, even CT has pointed out. He said like there's only a small degree of difference between these people being savages,
People hate
right?
hearing it.
And he's correct, right? And so Frank Zanu pointed it out. You people are no different, right?
Right.
You Africans, you African Americans, all of you guys are the same, right? Just bleaching your skin, right? They talked about Serena Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, her and bleaching her,
the blonde hair and all
the
that.
bleaching of the skin.
Bleaching. Yep.
The bleaching of the skin is something that I will never in my life understand. Like that truly deserves, like, any woman that would ever walk up to me and bleach her skin, she gets the back of the hand immediately. Because that's what you deserve.
There's guys who are doing it too.
And you know what they get?
The foot.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you think about the argument you are hearing here? You know, about one man said they gotta wipe the place out.
I mean, this is, listen, these arguments are crazy. Listen, I know you guys want to be separate, right? And it feels good. And I know right? And I know the African Americans want to be separate, right? But all of you guys are together. And Frank Zanu told you guys, you Africans and you African Americans, you're all the same people.
He says Africans does more crimes than Black Americans. The problem is
No, he didn't. No.
he did. You missed that part. Yes.
No. Hold on. The reason why he said that was because when you look at the numbers, there's just more Africans there.
Right. Yes, more people.
That's why. Right, it's just more Africans there.
No, you also say like there's not media to.
Oh my God! Yes, he did. But the point is that there are more Africans there. So when you look at the numbers in the African countries as a whole and their crime compared to African Americans, yes, there are going to be more crimes among Africans when you tally up all the numbers. That's like kindergarten knowledge.
Right.
Man, if you go to Nigeria, man, they probably do more crimes than African Americans. What are you talking about?
Because 250 million people in Nigeria.
Yeah, but not in terms of the totality of the whole country, even just the country itself alone.
Afrodamus, am I speaking like another language?
You are speaking English. I don't know why Zongo is not understanding what you are saying.
again, when we tally up the numbers, it makes sense, right? Just like in America. Okay. Let me say something you guys understand. America is 60% white. That means that in your jails, you're going to have more white Americans because they have a higher number.
Right.
You see how that works? Like I can see the number. Has nothing to do with your skin color. It literally has to do with demographics.
Yeah. Per capita.
There it goes.
The point he
Per
was trying to say
capita.
is that some Africans tend to criticize Black Americans that they do more crime, but in reality, Africans also do more crime. But people don't see it because there's no media to telecast that. That's the point I'm trying to see.
That's because you didn't check on the South African side.
Yeah, that's the point.
Even
Zongo,
today, I saw
Americans on this platform.
Zongo, it's over 30,000 murders in South Africa alone.
Yeah,
annually.
Africans tend to undermine Black Americans in this country when in fact their country is more. But most Black Americans themselves don't even know that. So he was just highlighting that point. That's what I'm trying to say, and you trying like
okay,
look at it from a whole different angle.
I got you.
Oh, okay. I don't think here's the thing, right? I don't think that Black Americans didn't know that. I just think a lot of Black Americans do not, not Black Americans, African Americans. African Americans do not think about African countries, right? Because a lot of African Americans only think in terms of black and white.
Right.
They don't.
Are you African American or not?
No, I'm American.
Okay, because you speak.
I'm American. I'm American, sir. I don't need you to. I don't need you to add anything to that.
Like a turtle, right? I mean, I get your point, but you speak like a turtle. You know, you want to be American when you suit. You want to be American when you suit you. You want to be African American when you suit you.
American man is definitely American, Judy.
Exactly, but he wanna cosplay African American when he suits him, and he wanna cosplay American when he suits him, right? When it doesn't favor him, he wanna be American. When it favors him, he wanna be African American.
Judah, realistically, nobody want to be African no more, man. Nobody want to be black no more either, man.
No,
excuse me.
We're running from ourselves now, man. We don't want to be ourselves no more.
Man, we want to be.
Hold on, guys.
It's embarrassing.
Guys. I'm American all the way, right? Afrodamus, you guys' leader just told you I'm American. He's been listening to me for years. I've been the same for years.
What is your ancestry? Do you come here?
American.
Okay, you just man,
do you notice how you guys want me? Why do you guys want me to be something? I keep saying I am American,
dude. People want to know where you come from to understand your argument.
Let me say this.
I come from America.
Zongo, nobody want to be African, Zongo.
Let me say this.
This is crazy.
This guy, whoever he is,
you just trying
I don't know his name, but he's saying he's American. He just give him that. He is American.
Yeah.
But everybody is more than one thing. You're American, you're a man, you're a dad, a husband, all kinds of stuff you can be. The thing is, he just wants to be stuck in one paradigm. And
yes, I'm stuck in one paradigm. Yes.
That's fine. That's your choice. But
Hey,
everybody
yes.
views you.
But why do you guys have a problem with a man telling you who he is?
No, I mean we don't have a problem with it, but when you are talking about issues that involve Africa and Black Americans or African Americans, you want people that are actually, have that
community. Let's say if you're African American speaking about that, this is an African American who's trying to be objective, man. We're gonna applaud him, right? But we don't know where you stand. Like where, like
I just told you where I stand. I'm American.
Because
what you guys want to know what his skin color is?
No.
There we go. Afrodamus, talk to the racist. Talk to the racist, Afrodamus.
Matter of fact, I don't want to know what his skin color is, but I want to know where he stands. Where
his ancestry,
like what do you mean? Where does he stand?
Oh, okay. Based on his physical, okay, maybe is he what is he? Is he a black person? Is he Haitian? Is he
His
like what is
lineage,
he?
his lineage, pretty
I'm
much.
American. A
Because
Haitian is a nationality. American is a nationality. African is a nationality. I'm telling you what I am.
I get that, right? I'm also an American, right? Because I mean,
What race are you? What race are you? That's what people are asking.
yeah,
I
okay.
am the. I am
Guys,
the.
yo, hey, Afrodamus.
Yes.
These guys, are they gonna let me say something?
Yeah, let Harar go, man. We don't. That's enough. He doesn't want
Hi.
to close up.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, I cannot be holding conversation. I've been on YouTube for over like
We
10
don't know
years.
where
If
you
you ask
stand,
me,
so we can
so
have an honest conversation. Nobody want to critique you, but we just want to know where you stand. That's all.
So, guys,
you know, maybe when I was on YouTube, these
But I
guys have
told
not
you
even
guys
known
where
of
I
coming on
stand.
YouTube. So
I told you guys where I stand. I'm American.
All right, let's bring in Haram Man. Go ahead, Haram Man.
so and Afrodamus, the show is about blacks loving whites more than other blacks.
Part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I went to South Africa once, and all these black South Africans were looking at me as if I were an alien from another planet. I was getting the feeling of hostility. I probably wouldn't have the same feeling in Gambia. I would feel like home. So, and I would feel like home in places like Mali or something like that. So not all Africans are friends. Now I don't. I'm going to be honest. I don't like South Africans. I don't like them because of the negativity they have for other Africans, and they don't have that for and whites who are ruining their who basically had them as slaves. It's unfortunate. You look at your fellow brother and you look at him in hostile way. So South Africans are definitely the coons of Africa. They're the
Did you think
worst
you
of
were
the
from
worst.
West Africa when they saw you, or what?
No, I mean, and it's not about that. You have Gambians who look like Ethiopians. Yes, there are a lot of them. Yeah, really, that's the truth. But
this guy is sorry.
no, because
That's
I'm an Ethiopian. I'm an Ethiopian Harari Muslim. But I will tell you this, guys. There's like commonality. I would feel like in Mali and Gambia, because there's lots of Muslims over there.
not true,
Anyways,
man.
Well, to this topic, is not really about that. It's really about the blacks in general and Black Americans.
yeah,
They are not able to build anything since
yeah. Let me
independence.
Well, no, I
let me
think
let me talk about
I
FBA.
think he just
Hey, hold on, wait
proved
a second.
Frank
Let me just talk
Zanu
Afrodamus.
correct again.
Yeah,
Right.
Yo,
Afro
let the brother talk.
Afrodamus.
Let the brother talk.
Thank you. And another thing about FBAs, I think they're so used to having their whites and the white Americans give them everything. Like they're currently getting breastfed by white Americans. It's unfortunate. So they have been now complicit. They're really like this whole or an FBA organization is definitely created by the CIA, and it's really unfortunate to me that FBAs have not are currently in a stage where they can't build anything because they are reliant on white Americans. There was a time where there was
But Zanu
separation.
was saying Africa too is the same way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree, definitely. White
Yeah.
Americans, when Black Americans were separate from white Americans, they were more successful at that time. There was none of this hood rat nonsense, this baby mama culture. This is a recent invention once they started uh, being part of
But
black
did you
white
get a
America.
chance to see
To watch that.
the
People are
Zanu
really talking about
conversations?
infrastructure,
Hey,
building something, building like a nationhood.
let me say
That's
something.
the
Black
bulk
Americans
of the
can
cover.
build.
Let me say
FBAs
something.
can build shit.
But did you
Because
guys listen to what Frank Zanu said?
Let me
Yeah, we
say
heard what he
something here.
said.
You
Yeah.
are all, you FBAs, you Africans, all of you people are in the same boat.
Vote. Yes.
None of you are separate. You talk all this separate nonsense, but none of you are separate. Here's the thing: in Africa right now, guess what? The Chinese are smacking you people around.
You mean
So
Chinese
I think like
smack? Oh, I saw that video. The Chinese
you,
versus the Kenyan guy.
Yeah. What's happening?
Afrodamus.
Okay. My question is why? Look,
Afrodamus, can I say this?
why do I
That broke
see this
my
from?
heart.
Hold on. Why do I see these videos usually from Kenya, like what's going on over there?
That's all over the place.
Man, that's not Afrodamus. It ain't just
That's all
Kenya.
Judah,
It's
over the
all
place.
it's all over
Judah,
Africa.
I can promise you, if a Chinese guy does that in Gambia, I don't think he would make it alive. I can
No,
promise you that.
come on. Even in Nigeria, it's happening. Even in
No,
Ghana,
I don't know. I don't know about
in,
there, but I just know over
even
there,
in
like
Ghana,
certain.
even in Ghana, they are lifting Chinese up and giving them a head. They carry them up very high and give them. Come on, it's all
Hold
over Africa, bro.
on,
You go to
Afrodamus. If a
Angola, they
Chinese
are
guy
saying,
come
come on.
around and slap you right now, are you gonna accept that?
Oh hell no.
I don't think whether he's Chinese, Blackinese,
Or
whatever,
anyone, right?
anyone. They're not even if they think it.
Bro,
I would.
it's happening even in United States, bro. Even in what is this guy talking about, man? I used to
Yeah,
live in DC. There's a place called Chinatown where these African Americans get sparked in the back and they don't do anything. What is this
right.
guy talking about? It's
Maybe
happening
crackhead.
here. The
Dude, let
Chinese
me
have
tell you
taken over
something.
their neighborhood. Chinese have taken over black
Hold on.
Americans' neighborhood and they
Hold
sell
on.
things around. That's
I
a
know
form of
you're upset.
spanking.
I know you're
Bro,
upset about
hold
Frank
on, bro.
Zanu.
Bro,
What?
that's a form of
Nobody's
I
spanking
upset,
know
when
you're
man.
upset about Frank
no,
Zanu,
no,
but
no
let me
Man,
matter
tell you
what
nobody's
you say,
something.
brother.
upset,
What I'm
bro.
telling
Like
you is the same
nobody's upset.
across
What are you
every
talking
board
about?
of black people. It's not just Africa, it's the same everywhere where black people are.
No, it's not. Let me tell you something. It is not. It is not happening to Americans. Americans don't accept that.
Bro, I live in United States. I've seen it happen. When they come over
Americans
and
do
take
not accept that.
Brother,
this guy.
we watch white people spit on black Americans and chase them with dogs. Are you serious?
Oh, okay.
The
Well,
whole world
listen.
watched.
As I said to you,
The whole world watched during
Americans do not accept
segregation.
that,
Bro, when
bro.
they come over and
Brother,
take
we
your
watched
neighborhood.
American Man. We
Hey,
watched during
hey, after that was
segregation
didn't
on.
you watch wait, the recently the Indian dude that took the black dude to get out from that neighborhood? Didn't you watch that video?
Exactly. Like
No,
this
I
guy.
haven't seen
Are you
that.
serious, man?
No, I haven't seen it.
There's a video.
Americans do not accept that, bro.
Man, let me
So
just
American
that
Man,
video.
are you
Let me just
telling
say
me
that. Let
white
me just say
people
that
wasn't
video, man.
spitting on black Americans during the civil
Well,
rights
maybe
movement?
crackheads. You guys are
Oh,
maybe.
hold on. Now you're going back. Now you're going back 500 years.
I
Here's the
said the
thing. In
1960s. That was on
2025, the
television.
Chinese are slapping Africans around.
Brother, if the white man decided right now to go in black neighborhoods to spit on them and smack them up, black people ain't gonna do nothing, brother.
Listen, bro, Americans are not going for that.
Bro, we watched the
Americans are
we
not going
watched
for
George
that.
Zimmerman
I see
gun down a black
you guys
kid
do not
and
like
he's
Frank
walking
No,
around
Zanu.
free.
but
I
hold
see
on, hold
Frank
on.
Zanu has exposed you guys.
Hold on, guys, hold on. I mean, American Man. To be fair, myself, I've seen videos of like little Korean, putting these black women in a chokehold. There's videos of that, and in Chicago, those Koreans smacking those, women. And there was a guy who tried to play hero. He went and threw like a rock into their glass, and he went to jail. By the time they bailed him out, he came back. He saw the women lined up for the sales. So yeah,
Afrodame, did you
No,
see the video?
Hold on.
Afrodame, did you see the video
Oh,
with the guy on the train in New York when he's holding a
no. Be
bag
quiet.
and
Be
the white
quiet. Be
dude is
quiet.
punching him in his
Be
face
quiet.
and he's crying?
hold on. And also I've seen someone mentioning, like, in Sierra Leone, Chinese guy, he was getting karate chopped by that Sierra Leonean. So I think, for me, honestly, like, those people, I'm not gonna be here and generalize and say all Africans, but to me, I don't care who you are, like, as a person individually. If you're gonna let, like, that guy, if you're gonna let, I don't care if he's Chinese or whoever, grown man beat on you, then you deserve it, buddy. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
But Aphrodamus, let me ask you a question. Do you notice what you said?
Yeah.
Right? Pay attention to the two examples you gave me. What were the two examples?
Yeah, those females. but it was. I mean, I'm just
but
saying.
hold on, right? And then you said, right? What would you say? When the black man tried to defend them,
Yeah, he
right?
went to jail.
He went to jail because the black women snitched on him, and then when he
Betrayed
came
him.
home, the black woman was lined up for the Korean, right?
Right.
You see that? No, pay attention though. You notice, Afrodamus, you didn't say you had videos of an African American allowing a Chinese man to beat on him, and he was running back to the Chinese man.
Right.
You know,
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen that.
Afrodamus, have you?
If anyone
Afrodamus,
has it, you can show
Do
it.
you know?
But I have not seen that.
Okay,
Afrodamus, have
hold
you
on.
seen the video with
Hold on.
the black
I'm
man
talking.
holding on to a bag?
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Wait, Afrodamus, right? I want you to show the video. And if you show the video, because Afrodamus, you've heard me talk, right? You know how I talk.
Right.
So if you show the video, Afrodamus, I will say, you know what? You're correct. It's happening. I have no problem.
Yeah.
But guess what?
I don't
It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Afrodamus, I just shared the video for you. You see that video, man? Even O'Shea Dudaxon said it's an embarrassment to the black guy.
Oh.
Indian black dude tell him to leave the neighborhood in America, man.
Yep.
Again,
was that a video where this
Frank Zanu said that you guys are no different. So it doesn't matter how much you try to show videos. Frank Zanu, your guy said that you guys are no different.
American man.
No,
I don't think.
And shout out to America.
Yeah, Judah, wait.
All hail America.
Judah, wait. Judah, wait. I don't think. Wait, Judah, wait. Let me make this comment. Judah. I don't think you heard our, analysis of this whole topic.
Exactly.
Nobody was trying to say.
I don't care about your analysis. I care about what you're saying now.
Yeah, nobody's care about. Nobody cares about like.
And Frank Zanu said that you guys are no different from the African American woman. You let the Chinese and the white man and the Asian man, you all want to sleep with the white man and the Chinese man smack you around. Frank Zanu said it, not me.
Well, you're a part of it. You're a black man too, so you're a part of it.
No, sir. I am an American.
You're a black dude, man. You shut up.
Yeah.
I am an American.
This guy right here, American man.
Yeah.
He's a black American.
I'm listening to his rhetoric.
Do you notice something? Do you notice something, Afrodamus?
Hold on, guys. I wanna hear Archer. Go ahead, Archer.
You know what American man sound like right now?
What?
When you listen to Chaotic Truth, there's a guy that comes on named Imperious.
Nah, he doesn't sound like
bro.
Imperious.
He sounds like Imperious in a way because what he's saying, right? Because with what Frank Zanu says, right, that African Americans and Black Americans are the same, right? In a lot of ways, I guess I agree with that. But I would expand it and say all human beings are really the same, general in majority. Now this guy, what he's pushing, he keeps repeating it all the time. I don't know if people are listening. What he's saying is, yo, you guys are in the same boat. He's an American, by the way, he says. He's not even putting himself in there. He's not including himself to say he's an African American.
He's speaking in third person. That's what he's speaking.
Yeah, but he's ashamed. He's ashamed of being black, though. That's the thing.
Right. Hold on. That means he's saying he is not like you guys. But you guys are like each other. And so he's automatically trying to paint you with the same brush. And there's no solution in what he's saying. And so remember, I say, if there's no solution, this guy's going to kick your ass the same way if he has power. He's kicking you. It's the final solution.
Hold on. Let me look at Princip. You're getting failed in this class again. He said Zanu said worse than FBA and all these Africans and Professor Megadamus eating it up. Oh, I like that name, Professor Megadamus. Princip, you're getting an F in this class. American man, do you see how this guy is triggered? Now I'm Professor I got damage.
Yo, Afrodamus, right? Here's the thing. I'm worse than Imperious, and I'm what? What is it? I don't think I'm black or something. Afrodamus, do these guys know who I
I never
am?
said you're
Man,
worse than
everybody
Imperious,
know
by
you
the
are
way.
black.
I
You're a
said you
black dude.
sound like Imperious. You
You know, you're a
sound like
black
him.
dude, man. You're trying to like
Your
you
rhetoric
are
is
part of the
similar to
problem, man.
his.
That's
That's
what
what
it
it
is.
Man,
is.
But what I'm saying, why don't you guys, he's speaking strictly on what Zanu is saying. Why don't you guys want to have that conversation with him, the topic itself?
But that's
No,
the same thing
because
we are saying, though. Nobody spoke something bad.
yeah,
Judah came on this platform. He critiqued the country where he came from. He
Yeah.
critiqued America. I mean, he did. Judah say Zanu was lying?
No.
Judah didn't say nothing. I was the one who came and say, "Hey, I want to give a whole different perspective," and I say, "Like, hey, what he's saying
but you guys decided to try and attack me because
nobody,
here's the thing, though.
no,
nobody
because
attacked, nobody attacked you."
Zano make a point that blacks were similar across the board.
Zanu makes a lot of good
Be,
points on a lot of
be,
his videos.
be it in Africa, be it in United States, the blacks in America have not been able to build anything ever since they were free. The same as the blacks in Africa, right? And that's the same thing Zano was saying, and we're all agreeing with it because most of us live in the US. And despite the fact that blacks have been freed for a while, things have not still changed. Their neighborhood is still nasty, the same like in Africa. Most of them tend to be in jail, the same like in Africa. They commit similar crimes, stealing and all of that stuff,
Yeah,
the same.
I
So
took a different stand. I took a different stand with regard to certain points that he made. A prime example is
Do you want to know? Do you want to know the point that
wait,
Zanu was
can
making? Do you want to know the real point that Zanu was making?
a real point. Everybody took a bit
Let
of
me let
information
me
from what he
let
said.
me tell you the real point that Zanu was making, right? Because I know you guys want to do this weird thing where you're like, "Oh, let's make a separation because the Africans and this and that." Let me tell you what Zanu was telling you, that all of you blacks are completely useless, right? That's the point Zanu was making. Because guess what? He pointed out that you blacks in America are not doing anything. Even under the white man, you're doing nothing. And
that's
you
true.
Africans in your own country who claim, if we just get rid of the white man, it's all going to be, you people are doing nothing. You're all
I agree with you.
just,
And
No, that's not.
you're all
Imperious
doing nothing. That's the
and
point
Imperious,
Zanu was making.
an
So I don't want to
American
hear
man.
any of you guys. No, I don't want to hear it. Right? I'm telling you the point Zanu was making. All of
and
you are at the same goddamn brain capacity.
Same
an
as the blacks in
American
America
With
as
man,
well. And that's
an
that's true,
American man, and
Oh, Judah, no,
Imperious,
Judah, no.
an
See,
American. 1 second, brother. Let me just
you
tie it
know
up
what's
for you in a
funny,
nice.
Ephrodimus?
Let
I
me let
said
me tie it up.
I
Let me tie it
I
up for
evened
American
everyone
man in a
out and they
nice
still
little
are
bow.
fighting me.
Let me
nobody's
tie it
fighting.
up for
People think
American
differently.
man in a nice
People
little
don't have
bow.
to agree with what you're saying. People think
Let me
differently.
help. Let me help American
I'm
man
telling you
tie it
what
up in a.
Zanu said, and it's
Let me help.
true.
And
Let me help
nobody
him.
have to agree with what he says, though. People can think different.
All of you
Exactly.
guys said you're in America. Why are none of you in Africa?
Exactly. You see, Epidamus? I'm a help. Yes, that's what he's saying.
I'm talking to
American
you
man
from
is saying
Africa,
he
my man.
agrees with Zanu. That's what Zanu said. And he said, I agree with
Yeah,
that.
but he also
And
speaks
guess
from
what?
America, though.
When
He
he
speaks from
lumps
America.
that, when he has that idea, right? All racist people that really carries true racist ideas, like the mustache man, every last one of
Why
you
do
on
you
this
like to
panel,
mention the mustache man? Last
every
time
every
you accused me of being like the mustache man
every
too. Every
the
single time. What's with this,
brother,
man?
Aphrodamos is the idea. Every last that guy, American man, Imperious, all these guys, every last one of you on the panel, regardless of how you think you separate, you included in what he's saying. You included what Zanu's saying.
Who,
That's what
me?
he's saying.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying what he's saying, not what I
You gotta
believe,
wait.
what he
Yeah,
believes.
but you gotta wait though. I mean,
And we're
he just
included.
wait, wait.
We are
Hey,
included.
can you let me speak though? You just spoke, right?
Okay, okay,
Every
okay, okay, okay,
everybody,
okay,
every
okay,
can you allow people to talk, please? Every,
okay.
everybody listen to the show, and people, you know, infer something different based on what he said, right? People took a different opinion on that. Like there was a part where he cited that a lot of the videos that I think the Western blacks were supporting the Burkina Faso president was a Russia propaganda piece, right? And he's not really doing anything. So in other words, he's suggesting that okay, if they could have just settled with the French, that could have been the best deal. The point I'm trying to say is that it's their country; they can decide who they want to choose. Whether you got them as being people with
No, Zongo, the
not
point he was making in that was he was saying that, like, he was saying about Ibrahim Traore, that he said Ibrahim Traore is just he asked David, because I want us to actually say what he said. He asked him, he said, where did you learn? He said, have you ever seen reputable big news companies interview him? He said, no. He said, everything you learn about him, where did you learn it? He said, from social media. So, because Dave said he admires him because he paid off their debt. So he's like, okay, are you trying to tell me so they had all this money laying around all these years and they did not pay the debt, and then here comes this guy, 36-year-old, who took over and doing this? So he's like, the point he's making is he's saying, okay, this guy's putting his nose up the air against the French, but he's walking around in a French beret, a French pistol, French glove, so that's the point
so
he was
what? So
making.
what?
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like, because you gotta look at the
yeah,
context of.
but I listened to what he said though. But I'm
Well,
just
no,
giving.
well, no.
Wait, let me
Well, hold
let me
on.
finish.
Zanu said more than that.
Can I
Zanu
finish?
actually said, he said, like, look, you're looking at this country that has not done anything, and then all of a sudden, within 24 months, this
Months.
guy just all of a sudden turned it around from a bankrupt country, right? And that's where he started to bring in
Russia, yeah. So
right?
you
And
gotta
the
look at the
Russian
context.
media.
Yeah, but that's fine. But Zanu was saying that as they been in international media goes to his country,
Right.
the response to that is we don't have to, because we have people that come from their own country that are updating us what's really going over there. Prime example is St. James. He's giving us info on what's going over
No,
there.
but he's talking about not to us. He's talking to Dave. He's saying that there is blacks in America and the Caribbean marching, talking that they are willing to die for Ibrahim Traore. So he's saying that this is Russia propaganda
Oh,
piece,
yo, they
so
like
that if something happens to Traore, then the blacks and Africans can blame the Western people for it. That's what he said. But
Yes,
let me read
yes,
it. Hold on, let
yes.
me read this.
That's
Hold on,
actually what he said.
that's what he said. Let me read this. Oh, there you go. Thank you for the super chat. He said, I haven't gotten a scam likely call in the last 3 hours. Now I know why. Thank you
yeah,
for
but
the super chat.
in any case, the Traore himself, he
Zongo,
wants something like.
Were you even listening? Thank you for the
No,
super chat.
I listened to some part about, but in any case,
Yeah, you gotta
Afterdamus.
listen to what he
Wait,
said. And yeah,
Afterdamus. In any case, right? Traore himself, as the leader, would want something like that. You know why? Because he wants to be able to have the agenda of his people. If in any case, if he's overthrown, the many people will have the suspicion that the
right.
West have, knowledge of that, and that means that they wouldn't want to do anything against him. So all whatever agenda or goal he has for his own country, he can be able to do it. But I was saying that if we give him chance and he's unable to do it, then we just gotta conclude that okay, it looks like they have to bring someone that really can do something, because they gave you the chance. You demonstrated that you wanted to be a symbol of black strength, and project economic power, and you weren't able to do nothing.
Do you know
So
what Zango said before that? You know what Zango said before that?
What?
what did I say?
He said, excuse me, Traore, yeah, Frank Zanu, excuse me, Zanu, Zango, y'all all sound the same. No,
Oh, you mean
I'm
Zanu,
messing
not
with you. I'm
Zango.
messing with you, bro. I'm messing with you. Calm down.
I'm not
But
mad though. What makes you think I'm mad?
but
I'm
but
laughing.
do you know what Zanu said before that? You know what Frank Zanu said before that? He said the last president that was there before that was there 9 months. How can a president 9 months show you what they can do
Bruh. Look at
before
what.
they were? Hold
No,
on,
no, no,
hold on. Let
no,
me
no, no,
finish.
no,
Hold on,
no, no,
Let me
no,
finish.
no,
Princess,
no, no,
let him
no. He
finish.
said this is the third time he said the same thing. Trump
Hold
in
on,
less than a
What
year
are
Princess.
you
raised
talking
21.
about? What are you talking
Hold on,
about? No, it's
Princess.
not the third
Let him
time I
finish.
said the same thing. It's not. It's not, bro. Like I
One
get
mic,
your butt
please.
hurt, but it's not. Right? What right? He said, yo, how can a president be there 9 months and show you what he's actually going to do, especially in a poverty-stricken country? And that's correct, right? But they keep cooing one another. Right. And the reality is that 9 months in a country that's trying to build, if one president only gets to spend 9 months, he cannot show you what's going to happen. That's the reality.
Torre has been there for 2 years, at least two
No, he's
years.
talking
You
about the
missed
guy
the
that
point.
was there before. The guy
Wow, you
before.
guys
Okay.
wow, you guys are
Okay.
really not that intelligent, are you?
Oh, there's Nat
Why is
Turner.
something people?
Here I is. Nat Turner, the former Ghanaian president in the house.
Okay.
Yo,
No president. I'm a continent
So,
away.
centuries
back. Continent away.
man, you from Africa. Let's bring in Princip, then we go to Nat Turner. Go ahead, Princip.
Alfredo, you're right, man. He fits the description of the former president of Ghana.
Go ahead, Princip.
Is that his brother?
Yeah. I just basically what the guy was saying that
I just want to mention
Nat Turner, wait before we call ICE. I don't want to call ICE on you, Nat Turner. But go ahead before I call ICE on you. I don't want to have to call ICE.
I got my birth certificate. I carry it with me all the time.
I carry
my birth certificate all the time.
Let me ask you a question.
Can I ask Nat Turner a question? Can I ask Nat Turner a question?
Yeah.
No, just hold on. Let me ask Afidemos a
No.
question. You remember when
passed the
Trump
mic,
was coming
man.
to power? But hold on. You remember when Trump was coming to power and all of these guys were saying that ICE is going to send all Africans out, right? Why are we still in America, brother? Like, I mean, come on. Like,
he's still calling. They're not answering his call. But go ahead, Princip. Then we get to Nat Turner. Go ahead, Princip.
What Judah need to do is go get a bath to wash off that juju that's on him. That got him zombified by Bia, right? So your poor Bia got you brainwashed. You know what I mean? So you need to go get a special bath, man. Wash that spirit off you,
who's this nincompoop? Did they tell you
guy's a zombie. You're a zombie, bro. You went back to Cameroon to go vote for Paul Biya, man. Don't talk shit.
Did they tell you I was a Biya fanatic, bro?
Nah, you're a zombie, bro. All the Cameroonians are zombified, bro. Y'all all zombified by Paul Biya, man. But Nat Turner, you notice how these guys basically they slander and bash FBA. This professor said the same exact thing, if not worse than FBA, and they all clap for him. You notice that, right?
Who's FBA, bro? FBA couldn't build their neighborhood when they gave them segregation. They were starting
Professor Zanu said you guys can't do the same exact thing, and you clap, bro.
You have a question, and I'll shut that down right away.
Professor Zanu said you guys are incapable of doing the same exact thing, and you're clapping. So how is that? Come on, man. Like he said, worse.
Princip, what point are you making? Nobody's denying that.
Exactly.
So you guys came on here bashing FBA. Then on top of that, your professor came through the same exact thing.
Let her FBA speak if it's possible.
Yeah, let her
Go ahead,
FBA speak.
break it down for them. Break it. They slow
Okay.
on there. Besides the
Let me
professor,
make
they
a
all slow.
statement. Let me make a statement. Let's just FBA speaking here. We
better hurry up. Ice is at the door.
The most advanced blacks that ever existed in this hemisphere. You need us. You trying to act like cosplay. That's why we are delineating. We are separating from y'all to see if y'all can swim on your own. But y'all screaming and hollering, trying to hold on. And we trying to shake y'all off. Y'all can't survive.
Detrimental to an instrumental since your mom's had the first menstrual. Check my credentials penciled in with the pen gem right, and we some titans fighting men when the time ripens.
All right, go ahead, Nat Turner. Keep going.
You need us. And as we delineate more, y'all got more complaints. Because even the tick and the leech will wiggle and scream and holler when you pull it off. And I understand it's going to get worse.
Hold on, Nat Turner. Hold on, Nat Turner.
More vicious. You tellers. Yes, sir.
Hold on, Nat Turner. But didn't you see the conversation, that Dave and Zanu had? They said the blacks can't build. It's just like Africa, man. What do you think about that? They said y'all can't build.
Man, let me tell you. The White House we built. Back in the, listen, 1700. Hold up. Man. That was black stonemasons and a man named Benjamin Banneker was a multi-genius who built that. See, y'all don't want to deal with it. What about as y'all learn more about black history, y'all become more shocked. We all found out that we've been telling the truth all along. We are genius people over here.
What about now?
We are an exceptional genius people over here.
Let me speak after you're done.
We Black Americans, Foundation of Black Americans, are genius people. That's why the white man, with Marcus Garvey tried to get out, the white man locked his ass up. You don't take our niggas away. We are the magic sauce of this country. That's why Marcus Garvey got destroyed. The FBI was his #1 target when they made the FBI just to get him, because he's trying to take us as magic Negroes out of America. They didn't allow that. We are geniuses.
You said magic Negroes?
We are geniuses. We are mathematicians. We invented the light bulb. Y'all was in the dark, and y'all still ain't got the light bulb. We invented it. Y'all still don't, and guess what? If y'all so smart in Africa, y'all talk about how smart y'all is, how come y'all didn't invent toilet paper? What did y'all wipe your ass with? Rocks?
But let me just say this too.
Y'all wipe your
By
ass
the way,
with rocks.
American man, Nat Turner, American
Yes,
man
sir.
likes your conversation, by the way. Because your conversation is going at the African, right? The African is coming back at you, right? And Nat Turner is, not Nat Turner, American man is sitting there like, man, I'll wipe all you guys out. I don't care where you come from. But keep going.
I'm an American, and I wouldn't come in there on some kumbaya African shit. I come there as American. Just like the white man do business. And China, I would come do business with that. I don't need you low Negroes. Y'all leaders are corrupt. I don't need y'all to do business. I walk right past y'all and give them a couple dollars and do business. We do business just like the white man. We're American. Y'all, the white man, the Chinese man. We not on y'all level. We not begging. We do business. Matter of fact, these blacks do business.
What's your opinion on the topic, though? What's your opinion on the topic?
And the Asians.
Nat Turner,
Well,
American man, also says he's American.
That's all right, that goddamn, man. Been here centuries, man. Out the mud, baby. Y'all think we just came here like y'all. Y'all ain't see us on no boat, no ship, no running across the woods to get here like y'all.
Man,
y'all ain't see us. Y'all got it.
Man, you better stay. You better stay. You better stay inside.
Yeah, you came on a slave ship. Yeah, you came on a slave ship.
Not Turner. You better stay indoors.
I'm gonna tell you something.
You better stay inside.
Listen, you ain't gonna be shitting and pissing on each other. Ice goddamn months. Pissing and eating what? You ain't been shit to eat for 3 months. You know how much people eat? And did you believe that bullshit? Alex Haley, he got sued for plagiarism because he made that shit up with Roots. He got sued because he made it. Yeah, plagiarism. Let me tell you, you ain't gonna ride on no bottom of no shit. Back in the day, freezing cold, shitting and pissing with each other every goddamn day, and come out there jumping around healthy and getting off a chain and getting on shit and be so. Get the hell out. That's some bullshit. Y'all gonna find out as time go that that's bullshit. The white man made it up. Why make it up to steal our land because he was here?
Yeah,
you don't know.
You better not go to Walmart.
White men used to call us natives. Back in the 1800s and early 1900s, they used to call us natives. That ain't nothing new. We ain't make nothing up. If you look in the old criminal records in the late 1800s and 1900s, they got black Negroes, which are called niggas, us, and they calling us natives. They called us Indians.
Okay, hold on,
Hold
on. Let's bring in Ola. Ola just joined in. Ola, thank you for joining in.
I wanted to respond to Nat Turner real quick.
Okay, make it quick. Then we go to Ola.
Yeah, he's calling himself a native. By next week, he be celebrating Thanksgiving. He talk about what he built in. He talk about what he built in America. Yet the two cities that was founded by black people was founded by Afro Caribbeans. Then on top of that,
you a damn lie. They made that up just because you had a French name.
San Francisco and Chicago.
San
Francisco and Chicago. The first two black millionaires in America.
Yeah, French names. That niggas a French name. French had territory over here too.
Brother, you talk nobody interrupted you. Avradamas, you talk nobody interrupted.
Not Turner. Let him finish. He let you finish.
Yes. All right. Yes, sir.
Nat Turner, you look like a Ghanaian president. You look like the Ghanaian president. You look so African, bro.
The only two cities that was founded by black people in America was Afro Caribbeans. The first two black millionaires in American history was Jeremiah Hamilton and William Alexander, two Afro Caribbeans. So
Princip, come back. The link is in the chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, so all this we built the America. It's all bullshit, brother. Your ancestors came on a slave ship called the good ship Jesus.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Name one ancestor that came on there. Name one. You can't name one. That's some bullshit you heard. Name one. You so confident what you know.
Go take a DNA test. Have you took a DNA test?
I can name the plantations. Name one that you know.
Have you took a DNA test or that's the white man's science?
Man, DNA is bullshit. Them DNA tests is bullshit. They can say anything. They come out of them damn laboratories say anything. That's a multi-billion-dollar bullshit business. Listen, I can send him on my rat in their DNA and it'll say it's the Congo. Listen, they're not court orders. They don't have to tell you the truth. That's why the scientists say that is for entertainment purposes. Only in a court order, you a DNA test, you the paternity, can you sue if that paternity is false? But
this man, hold on, let me just make this last point. Damn, you cut me off. This man say he a Native American and he look more African than Afro-Damas.
Exactly. He looks like the Ghanaian president.
Listen, they got it. Listen, I know.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Brother, it looked like they got you in the middle of the Congo.
Guys. Hold on, guys. Let's make it quick because we can cycle this.
What do you think of the Outer Africa?
We got people in the back that
the
want
science
to join.
on Out of Africa.
Princip, hang tight.
That's proven.
Man, a midget, red-haired, white midget.
Not Turner.
Red-haired, white midget don't make him a leprechaun. A red-haired, white midget don't make a leprechaun. What the hell are you talking about? I know a red-haired, white midget.
Nat Turner, your time is up. Let other people speak.
Hold on, Nat Turner, allow other people, please.
Yes.
Princip,
I just got a question.
Okay,
real quick.
Make it quick.
To all the tap dancers on the panel, who taught you guys to hate yourselves?
Okay, we'll answer your question. No.
American tap dancers, who taught y'all to hate yourselves?
This is going to be productive.
Yeah. I love me. I'm number one.
He's not going to say anything.
I'm number one.
We're going to send you back to your hole. We're gonna send you back to your hole.
Brother, one out of
I know I'm too much.
one
I'm
out
too
of
much. All
4
right,
FBAs
Dr.
on food benefits. I don't know what top of the line you think you are. 1 out of 4 FBAs on food benefits.
Yeah, Afnamos, we want to get Kidolo's
We
opinion
have
on the
safety
show.
nets in the
Hold on,
first world country, dumb butt.
guys. Hold on, guys.
We
Let's
have
allow
safety net in
Ola.
the first world country.
Hold on, now, Turner. Let's allow Ola to speak.
Yes, sir.
He
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Ola.
Yes, sir.
Ola, unmute your mic.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you for joining us, Ola. Ola, have you been listening?
Yeah.
Ola, what do you want to add to this?
Adamus, you see, I'm not going to take the Caribbeans out of this nonsense too. They kind of like joining the Africans because the FBA is knocking at their head. The Caribbeans and the Black Americans, they are the same type of bullshit people too. You know what I mean?
No,
Don't take them out.
Ola, did you watch the show?
Yeah, speak up, man. Speak up. Nobody hear you.
Hold on. I watch the show, bro.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to minus the Caribbeans and the Black Americans. It's a bunch of cookies people also. If you know much about them, it's just because they're just because FBA knocking at them. The Caribbeans are as bad as the Black Americans too. You know what I mean by look. The Black Americans never came to help Africa to build Africa. I don't understand why they have to come invite the Black to do what? To do what? What are they building? We turn our streets to be towns, the town to be cities. We build our own places before Ghanaians started inviting them to come, and I don't understand what Ghanaians invite them for. You know what I mean?
Ola. Did you hear what Professor Zanu said about your country? What
Man,
you
he's
got to
not a
say about?
professor, man. He's an average guy, man. Don't call him professor.
Hold on.
He got a lot of shirts and
Doesn't matter.
ties, man.
Hold on. It doesn't matter what they say about my country. The leaders are there. They're all Wacko leaders too. But that doesn't mean that foreigners.
Zongo, are you hating on Zanu now?
No, hold on, because anything talking about Africa is true. Some Africa don't want to, some they like to take the money to Europe or America to go and bank and do stupid things because they went there to study and they become addicted to the type of lifestyle there. You know what I mean? They like to hide the money so that when they leave power, they want to live large like the white man over
After
there.
that, you got to mute Nat Turner. He got feedback. And he don't know. I don't think he know how to get off his mic.
So Africa take care of their own problem. What you have to understand, Africans are still the same people. Neither they overthrow some of this government or the Africans are not the same people, dumbass. It's a continent. So
Shinat, can you be quiet?
So Africans are still the one solving their own problem, no matter how it goes or how it went. So we don't need these Black Americans never able to solve their own problem. The white man will sit on the table and solve their own problem for them. We don't really need them because they're not problem solvers. These are people.
No, but what about what Professor Zanu said? He said your people are not problem solvers neither. You got dirt all over the place, baby bombers. You guys need to get recolonized. What do you got to say about Professor Zanu? What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, we're talking under the stress of because we don't know what to do to some of these
No, he's from Africa. He's not Black American. He's not Caribbean. What do you got to say about that?
I got you. Africans are saying the truth, but who is still the one taking care of this leader? Are you the one that overthrew the Burkina Faso? No. Are you the one that overthrew Mali? No. Africa is still the one taking risk, putting their neck on the line to overthrow some of these leaders also. Don't Black Americans, not Caribbeans.
No, but Professor Zanu said that's nothing, though. That's what Professor Zanu said. Why are you attacking Black Americans when it's Professor Zanu who's from Benin?
I'm not attacking Black Americans. I'm grouping both the Caribbeans and the Black Americans together because the
Professor Zanu is not from the Caribbeans, though. Professor Zanu is not from the Caribbeans.
Yeah, President, let him finish. Let him finish.
Hold on, the Caribbeans are far more like snake, even than the Black Americans. You understand me? The hatred these Caribbeans have for Africans also is almost as similar, the same temperature and the same measurement as Black Americans also.
Well, Kedola, speak on Africa. Just speak on Africa. Speak on Professor Zanu.
Yeah, Kidola, you didn't watch the show, man. The show, Kidola, Kidola, the
I'm
show,
only saying it. I'm only saying
Kidola,
it. I'm only saying
Kidola,
it. African.
Kidola, in the
I'm only
show,
saying it. African leaders, right? I'm only saying African leaders are bullshit. They are thieves, and whatever they see. Corruption costs a lot of things. When you see it in
Carla,
Africa,
Afinawas, can you give me a
so my
brief
point
summary
was,
of the show? Can you give me a brief summary to give
you
you a
know,
better insight?
So Ola, the what Zanu Professor Zanu was talking about is that the FBA, the Africans and Caribbean is all blacks everywhere are the same. They have the same issues, not building. Like when you go to the hood, you find out, you know, the leader they don't take care of the place. He said the same way, like in Africa, in the Caribbean. So that's what he was talking about.
Yo,
yeah, because
Afrodamus, just real quick.
hold on. Because
Why do you
because
guys look at Africa as if it's
see,
a country? Y'all talk as if it's a country. Why?
Because
Man, can
because
you
every
hold on?
country in Africa is a shithole nation.
Every country in Africa.
Afrodamus,
That's what you said, Tap Dancer.
That's not
Afrodamus,
true.
Afrodamus,
That's not true.
Is that
Afrodamus,
what you
we be
said,
saying
Tap
it.
Dancer?
Afrodamus,
Every black country in Africa is a shithole.
That's
You're a
not true,
Tap
bro.
No,
Dancer.
You
That's why
sound
you
that's
you
not
believe
sound
it.
like
true.
Zanu, man.
Hold
That's
on,
not
That's not
true.
even
guys,
true.
You guys are
guys,
stupid.
Afrodamus,
hold on,
That's not true.
guys.
And
One mic.
Kidola keeps mentioning Africans as if
Hold on,
Africa is a
guys.
country.
Hold on,
He
guys.
sounds.
Afrodamus.
Go ahead.
Let me land.
Shanad,
Let me
hold
land.
on,
Afrodamus,
guys. Let him land. Actually, we're about to do our closing statement because it's over 3 hours. So hang tight there, Ola. Finish what you are saying, then we do our rounds
Afrodamus,
here.
we'll be saying this for a long time. This will show that African leaders are wicked in mind. They want to be like the Queen of England. They want to steal all the money and run to Europe and hide the money there, and they'll be living inside the cold there, eating chicken that are not mature, chicken that you ingest, it within 6 months they start eating it, because most Western food are not really food, you know, and we pray that these African leaders, anywhere they find themselves, they should be punished by the spirit of devil so that we can take care of them. You see what Mali just did and the other ones just did. Their fate will be decided by African people. That's just the truth. We're tired of them. We're really, really tired of them. They use corruption to cause chaotic problem in Africa, and they'll be running to somewhere that it doesn't belong to them. After some months, due to their age, they start having pneumonia there because they're not built to be in that place. But apart from that, let me just tell you, Caribbeans that are hiding here talking like sneaky. You and Black Americans are the same type of bird of the same feather.
Thank you, Ola. Thank you. All right, let's go to Princip. Closing statement.
Yeah, man. Ola's a buffoon, man. This guy's a buffoon, man. I'm a Haitian, bro. Haitians, even like the different islands, have a great admiration and respect for Africa. Zanu came on, he bashed Africa. He called them baby mamas. He said the
He
countries are
didn't bash
dirty.
them. Yeah, look,
He
why
said
can't the
that
man just speak the truth without you calling it bashing?
he also put a root on that FBA guy. You saw that you played that show where the FBA guy was so heated he gave his phone number out. Right? No, you played that. I remember that show. Is that the same guy you saw in that interview? You don't think he put a juju on that guy right there? You don't think so?
Yeah, Afinawas, was it the
That was
same
not
guy
the same guy.
who defended FBAs against Zanu's statement? Was it the same guy?
That's the same guy who was going hard. He gave his number
Yeah,
out.
but
He was talking
look,
with those other African Americans in New York, right? But he came on Professor Zanu's show. Do you think it's the same? You don't think he put a juju root on that guy? You see,
what do you, look, it's just a conversation. Okay,
no,
just
that was not. That guy was like, the guy said that Africa was full of baby mamas. He said that Africa was dirty. He said a bunch of things. When I was watching the interview, I thought this guy was going to check him or even at least challenge him respectfully. He did none of that, right? And I see Ola talking about the Caribbean, this, the Caribbean, that. He's attacking the FBA. But the guy, Zanu, is from Benin. Why he has the nation right next. He's actually related to that same guy because his empire is connected to those people. why he has zero smokes
Yeah, but
for
okay,
Professor
Prince.
Zanu.
Like, why those people have to have smoke for? I saw you wrote a comment that people should have smoke for me because of what I said about recolonization. I mean, why can't you just give your point of view? Like, why does it have to be smoke, buddy?
No, the perspective on recolonization is questionable, especially when you're also calling out Pan-Africanists. You claim that you respect Trump. Trump is a pro-self guy. You don't see Trump calling for recolonization of America, but you're calling for the recolonization of Africa, which is very suspect. You know what I mean? So if anybody has at least some respect, some verbiage, they can argue or a perspective and challenge you on that. Nobody's talking about bashing you or tearing you down. I never bash you or tell you that, but my point is challenge you on that perspective. That's a backwards perspective.
Okay, thank you.
But salute to the show, salute to the panel, salute to the professor. And Ola, you need to, get your mind right, man. This guy's a goofball attacking the Caribbeans. No smoke for Zanu. Zanu's from Benin Republic. You're from Benin State, Niger, right? No smoke.
Thank you. All right. Paulo, go ahead, Paulo.
Yeah, Fredamos, great show again, and very interesting topic. I've agreed with some things, not agree with others, but still, great show, and my salute to the panel and to you too, man.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, Paulo, man, you should join it. You should join the channel all the time, bro. Your perspective on
Yeah.
Angola is needed, man. We want the Angolan perspective.
We'll do with pleasure. With pleasure, my man.
All right, that's
All right,
good.
thank you. Go ahead, Nat Turner. Unmute your mic, Nat Turner. We can't hear you, Nat Turner. Unmute.
Mic is muted.
Yeah.
Hey, Alfred,
There you are. Go ahead.
You.
Go ahead,
I
Nat
could hear,
Turner.
Okay, you got it?
Yes.
All right.
I could hear you a little while
Well,
back.
I
Now I
just want
can't
to say
hear
that,
you.
and I
Couldn't
know
hear Principe.
y'all
Hold on,
gonna
Can't
Nat
hear
Turner.
Nat Turner.
more angry. Huh?
Go ahead. Go
But I
ahead.
heard the guy that spoke just before you a
Okay.
second ago,
Y'all gonna get more angry as the time go, as y'all get more, y'all
saying the
get
guy should
deported,
come back.
and y'all lose y'all get pulled off American benefits. That y'all, we first world countries got American benefits because we don't let people starve and all that here and go without medical. So as Trump pull y'all out of the country, I'm glad y'all happy because y'all ignorant. Y'all think it's funny, it's ignorant. We are not deportable. We are native. We are not deportable. Let me say that again. We are iron. We like kryptonite. We cannot be deported. We are, and y'all run into the white people. Y'all don't know. A lot of them white people just got sick here the same time y'all did, or soon a little before y'all during the World War II when they ran on over here. So y'all talking the white men don't fear us. We watch them come and go. Okay, we watch all the white people come here. We watch all them immigrants. We was here. Y'all forget. Y'all think we just got here like y'all. We've been here all the time, even before the white man came over. And like I said, if you look at old newspaper articles back in the early 1900s, in the 1800s, late 1800s, they called us natives. They called us Indians because they knew not all of us was slaves. So we didn't get our right to vote after the Civil War. It was black people voting before that. And you talk about a millionaire. We had a man named we had a shipbuilder named Fort back in the 1700s.
You mean
Okay, a
Marcus
shipbuilder,
Garvey?
black man, FBA.
Marcus Garvey? Marcus Garvey bought your
Excuse me?
first ship.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey. You know Marcus Garvey?
Marcus Garvey was nothing but a con man. He came over. He was friends with the Irish. He was part of the Irish secret society, and he got a rickety ass boats. They ain't named nothing. Rickety old boats. And that Fort man in the 1700s. If you look him up, he had boats that ran. He had boats that worked. He had his own ships that worked. A black FBA man.
Where the FBA boats
Hold
at?
on.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Nat Turner, what's your native language?
My native language is English.
Don't tell me
That's
you one of
right,
them dudes
English.
that believe English is a native language. You believe English is a native language?
Listen, man. Listen, let me say this. All languages are The number one language are European languages: French, English, Spanish, the ones that
But
y'all
but
speak.
but what is
And I
your native
know I'm
language?
speaking in because you understand what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying.
What
That's
tribe
the
are you?
language of poverty. Them little languages y'all got in your villages, there's are languages of
No. We
poverty.
asking you for
Them languages
your
ain't going
language.
nowhere.
What's your language? What's
Listen,
your language?
I speak a language of money.
Oh
English,
no.
language of
We not talking about
money.
that right now. What's your indigenous language?
Huh?
What's
What's
your
my indigenous
indigenous
language?
language? Yes.
We speak another language. I ain't gonna tell you about it called Tut,
No,
but
no,
I
it's
ain't gonna
called
tell you
Oh,
about
you
it.
got that from Trade
Chinese.
Machine, man. Come on now.
The
Thank
Chinese
you,
language.
Nocturna.
Nigga,
Thank you.
we got me up. Listen, we listen, y'all so funny. You know why? We find out y'all so ignorant about who we are. uh, y'all gonna freak out. Y'all say, God
Who is
damn, they
y'all?
were
I'm a
too.
black
But I'm
American.
happy y'all don't
I'm a
know.
black
Because we
American.
don't wanna let y'all win. We don't want to invite y'all to the cookout. We want to keep y'all ignorant, talking that greedy stuff. And the white man's laughing at you. And the white
I
man
run the
said that we
cookout.
telling the truth. Well, you know
Thank you,
why?
Nocturna.
Because he was there when they changed our destination, our ethnic. He was there when he stole our land. He know who we are. So when y'all
You
talking
don't
to
look
the
like no
white man
Native
thinking
American,
talking,
man.
he said that's a dumbass African. That's what they thinking back
Turner,
then.
Nat Turner. So why President Trump had a tether speaking on
That's what he
behalf of the
thinking. Y'all don't know.
why President Trump had a tether speaking on behalf of the United States of America at the United Nations? Why did he have Nicki Minaj? Why he couldn't have an FBA speak on behalf of the United States of America?
Yeah, he's thought internet, gave up. All right, go ahead, Kwame. Closing.
Yeah, man, Afrodamas. I'm kind of mad I ain't catch the first half of your show, but it's a brilliant show, a much needed conversation, man. I think the black man and the black woman need therapy. They need deep psychosis and a renaissance. Man, we ain't built nothing that's worthy in the last 1,500 years, and it's gonna take a real renaissance to change the trajectory, because the trajectory right now is not looking good. The black man trajectory in America is not looking good. The black man in South Africa trajectory is not looking good, and the rest of the continent. We need to focus on STEM, leave the tribal warfare and fighting over what cows is grazing over things and pointing fingers and stuff like that, and just learn how to focus on global racism. And I lay my plane there.
Thank you. All right, Steve Jr. Closing statement.
Okay. Now I just came here to ask you one question. Do you believe what Zanu was saying?
Well, it's not about belief. His observation and the conversation, he laid out a lot of things that are true. He's not making it up.
I mean, so in your opinion, like, what's the real solution?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I want to say. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you. Only God. All right, Archer, go ahead, Archer. Archer, are you there? Archer, closing statement. All right, we can't hear you. Go ahead, American man.
I think, excuse me, excuse me. I think that, listen, I think what Zanu said is correct if I'm just using my eyes and if I'm
Yeah.
watching, he's correct. And I think that, you know, listen, I think what Zanu said is correct, but I think that Black Americans need to just understand that if you again use your eyes and your ears and you listen to what the Africans are saying, right? And I exclude you from this, Afrodamus, right? Because I've listened to your American stance, and so I exclude you from this. But I think that it, you Africans and you Black and you African Americans, you're all the same. You're all the same. You're no different. And so when you guys come over here and pretend as if you're different, you're not. You're all the same. And Zanu pointed it out. And he pointed out how all of you want to be white. All of you skin bleachers, you're all bleaching your skin. You notice one thing, Aphrodite ain't bleaching his skin. I'm not bleaching my skin. Aphrodite has seen me. I'm not bleaching my skin.
Right.
There's no part of me bleaching my skin. I'm not trying to be lighter. I don't want anything to do with that. And so all of you are the same. And so I think that, listen, if you guys feel like you need to separate from African Americans, you should. And I think that would be the best thing. And I think that African Americans should separate from you guys because everyone has made it known. But Frank Zanu has pointed out some tribal things that are correct. And he's done it correctly. And it was a good job. And I liked what Zanu had to say.
Thank you.
And thank you, Aphrodite, for having me. I'll be back. Good sir.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you.
All right. Go ahead, Zongo.
Yeah, I mean, great show as usual. It's a very thought-provoking show today, and it's really needed actually. You know, because I think, I mean, especially this show, in as much as it's needed to be heard from the black diasporans in America, actually, it's also needed to be heard by the continental Africans themselves. Because a lot of times this conversation is held in the diaspora. In most cases, where black people are mostly the minority, they can get things done nothing over here. A lot of conversation that are actually held outside of the continent really has to be held on the continent. Because really, if you want to effect change, it has to be the people over there, you know? Because you can, you know, build some black state in America. It's not even a possibility. To do something, you gotta really do it on the continent. And the best way is to make sure the continental Africans themselves listen to this kind of conversation, engage in this kind of conversation, so that they can be able to revolutionize change in the country. Other than that, you know, a new generation, 50 to 60 years to come, the same person like Alphadamas, someone different like, you know, Zanu is going to come, and we're going to circle back to the same conversation. Nothing changed, you know? So I mean, I think I like this kind of show. It kind of like, you know, help a lot of black people reflect on the current culture that they have. If is it really needed? Because for me, I believe the otherwise. I think I've seen people like Thomas Sowell, you know, great leaders like Nkrumah. There are some people that really wanted to do that. Nkrumah really wanted to do the same thing, that he can be able to do something like that. But after he left, you know, a lot of these Negroes that was born over there, they just, with the colonial system, they don't have that zeal, that eager to be able to, to demonstrate that they can be able to do something to build a very thriving nation, modern nation state. None have been able to do that. And the conversation has to be channeled there as well. So great show, by the way, Aphrodite, and
Thank
much
you.
needed. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Zongo. Enjoy. All right, Archer, closing statement, then we go to Judah as the final guy. Go ahead, Archer. Archer, unmute your mic. Okay, Judah, go ahead. I don't know what happened to that guy. Judah, you're closing.
Yeah, epidemic.
Yeah.
How's it going, brother?
Great.
Man, it was a good conversation, and a good conversation in the sense that the guy Zano, I mean, he spoke well, man. He spoke well, and I want to give him his flowers. You know, this is a point in time where Africans need to start calling things out, things that are not working right, instead of sugarcoating things around. You know, making it feel like, oh, Africa, you know, people shouldn't talk down on Africa and all of that. No, you have to call them out. If not, then things are not gonna work right. And
I'm glad people are really calling them out. A good conversation. Good
Thank you,
conversation.
Judah.
Things are really not working as we expect for it to be working in Africa. They are actually working slow. It takes over 5 to 10 years for a single road to be constructed. It takes over 10 to 20 years for a stadium to be built. It takes. I mean, the next president comes in, crumble the other. I mean, it's just things work in a zigzag manners. Yeah. So state of confusion, if I may
Yeah.
say, and when we do things, we actually don't do things right. Like someone was saying that, I mean, me and you live in the US, kind of, man, walk around your apartment, kind of see how the lawn is being kept right. The water, the grasses, things are swept. In Africa, they don't care if grasses are being watered or not. Places are dry, dusty on the roads. It's just no sense of cleanliness. Yeah, it's a call for concern, if you ask me. A call
Thank you,
for
Judah.
concern.
Thank
So,
you.
but thank you so much, and keep it up, man. I'm really surprised you still actually doing things, on YouTube. Come
Yes,
on,
I'm
it's over
still
like
around.
what, 10 years or yeah,
No,
it's
no,
like
I haven't been here 10 years, but thank you though.
it's been like, well, yeah, for like say 7 or yeah, cause
No.
man, it's been a while
Thank
on YouTube.
thank you, Judah.
Yeah, you have a good day, man.
You too. Peace. All right, Achak. I hope you
Yeah,
can
thanks for
speak
bringing
this
me
time.
back up.
Yeah,
All of a
you're
sudden,
closing.
I can't hear you. A second ago, I heard you talking to Judah. Now I can't hear you. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, like I mean, it's a good conversation, and I can understand a lot of people's frustrations with the way things look or are, and we're comparing countries. We're comparing a United States and a Western Europe and a Japan and a Korea and to Africa, certain African countries. And not all African countries are in the same state of development. Some are in a better state, and some are in a worse state, you know. But you can also compare, if you want to go to Asia, you can compare North Korea to South Korea. One of them can feed their people, great development, manufacturing stuff, selling all over the world. The other one, even though it's the same genetic stock, in a bad economic situation and other issues, infrastructural development, all that stuff. And so all I'm trying to get to is that we can everybody can see the problem, but the solutions to the problem require more people to it really requires checks and balances at the end of the day. If you don't have the infrastructure you desire, can you pressure your leaders or pressure the people with the power to develop or educate your population so they can develop these things like the way you'd like to see it? And if you look at the United States, that's what it is. It's all kinds of people. You got your city officials, your state officials, your federal officials, all these people, your colleges, your universities, all these systems are putting out information and science and studies and all this stuff to help to develop what we see
Yeah.
today. And so you kind of need
Thank
those
you.
similar things essentially.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Achak, for your contribution. Enjoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation because I did. And, hopefully we can have a lot more of these conversations. And if you missed the beginning of it, by all means, go back to the beginning so that you can understand the full context of the conversation. Per usual, as you guys know, the conversation sometimes is not always within topic, but it's an open forum. Don't be shy. Feel free to hit the link. And Natona, please stay away from the streets because ICE is coming, okay? Don't let ice catch you. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
Lend thy ears to the Afridamers. Pay attention to the Afridamers. The true Saninke warrior. Natural is his intelligence. As a true professor. Solution to brainwash diseases. Sit back, relax, and hear the wisdom. Afridamers will heal your minds. Sit back, reflect, you'll find no objection. Afridamers will clear your doubts here. Always log on to the Afridamers. Lend thy ears to the Afridamers. Is the truth and no doubt the Saninke warrior.